Hello.
Boom.
Now we're alive.
We are. Are we?
Is this all a dream? I did check earlier.
What, whether or not this was all a dream? Thanks for your thoroughness.
I know! I'm amazing.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Alright, let's see. It's the sound on. It's all good. I think. Yes. Anyway, hello.
We're good. Cool.
Today's stream will be the usual.
The usual.
I was originally gonna have some more stuff ready to do on stream today, but I ended up packing most.
All day, pretty much.
Yeah, it took a little bit longer. And then you took it to the post box for me.
I did.
I was so busy, you did that for me.
I did do that. And
So-
I was justly rewarded with my usual encounter with a weirdo.
Yeah.
Well, weirdo. It was it wasn't even... Okay.
We can talk about this later.
Yeah. No, maybe, yeah. Maybe. No, I was just... It's
You're cursed. You're bloody cursed.
I swear I am. Like, literally, every time I try and do something nice to somebody, for somebody.
To somebody.
To somebody, yeah.
Beat them
You
up.
like
This is...
this.
Yes!
Every time I try and do something nice for somebody, or actually, quite frankly, leave the house alone,
Yeah.
I get into such just weird situations.
Yeah.
Like, basically, I was standing at the post box with this bag with, like, what must have been, like, 60 packages in there.
Yeah.
And I'm posting them one by one. And just as I came up to the post box, this other dude came up with, like, one letter. There was, like, a green envelope, so it looked like a birthday card maybe or something.
Yeah.
So I stand, I go, like, a meter away from the post box, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be here a while if you want to post that. And he's like, no, I'm fine. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I go back, post some more. And he's just standing there really awkwardly, like, a couple meters away. Like, kind of off the curb, sort of in the road. And I'm like, seriously, if you just got one thing, I'm gonna be here a while. Like, I'm posting all these packages, or is that not a letter? Basically, because I was like, well, maybe it's not a letter. Maybe he's just standing there with, like, this green pamphlet, and I'm being weird. I'm like, oh, is that not a letter? And he's like, yeah, it's a letter, but I'm fine. And he just walks away to there's like another post box, kind of like.
Yeah,
I don't like going to that one personally for some reason.
It's in the dark. It's like it's not very
yeah,
nice.
I mean, it's fine, but this one's, I don't know. I prefer this one. Also, because there are more places to pass people if you go to this post box.
Yeah.
Like on the way from there. But they're kind of equidistant from us, which gives you kind of an idea of proximately of how. I mean.
Yeah.
It's not like the closest, but anyway, he went off to the other one.
It's so bloody weird. Like he could
have waited in that case. I guess I made him uncomfortable, but I'm like, okay. Like, I get if maybe he was worried about me, I don't know, coughing on him or something.
Yes.
Not that I was coughing. But I don't know. I was left feeling like my freaking aspy ass was left thinking like maybe I did something wrong. Like, was offering for him to post his one thing ahead of my, like, 50 at that point packages the wrong thing?
No.
Surely just saying, like, no, it's cool. Or, like, hey, could you just stand over there then?
Yeah.
Like, could you could you step back a bit? Like, I'm high risk. Please, could you stand back? No. He has to walk to the other one, presumably passing people. I don't. Anyway, so that was great. That put me in a really weird, like, totally wrong-footed me.
Yeah. Like, it's just one of those events, isn't it? Like, your entire day just feels wrong as a result. Like,
I'm gonna turn that over for, like, weeks now.
Yeah, like
this guy's gonna haunt my dreams. Weird postbox guy. Like, I mean, that's the nice thing to do, right? That's the considerate thing to do.
Yeah.
You see somebody in a supermarket, somebody comes up with one bottle of milk, and you've got 2 weeks worth of shopping.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, hey, do you want to go ahead of me?
Yeah.
But no. That's weird, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Yeah.
This is.
So I'm never taking your stuff to the postbox again. No good deed goes unpunished.
Oh, I was so happy too.
But yeah, I was thrilled.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I can be helpful, and I can get some fresh air.
Yeah.
But no.
No.
Fuck it.
So today,
Yeah, sorry.
in The Sims.
In The Sims.
Sorry.
Previously on The Sims 4, we played with Jam.
We played with Jam. Yes, that's it.
Yesterday we were looking at Jam's household, and she has a on and off relationship with Banana Bunch over here. Today we will be playing Melon Soda, who I believe kind of had a thing going with Kiwi Slice.
Yes.
And her cats.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Right now, I think he's pretty much a bachelor, and we'll see how the Kiwi Slice thing goes. But yes, today we are playing confirmed bachelor Melon Soda. And yeah, I know Melon Soda is like wholly green and fizzy and bubbly, but I decided to give him a watermelon themed house because they didn't have that many kind of red and green.
That's perfectly
it was a
acceptable.
good, yeah.
I
I like the color scheme.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, give me a second because apparently my iPad pencil it keeps doing this. It keeps not
seriously?
charging.
Dude.
So it's bled like 50% over like the last 3 hours. So I don't know.
It's so frustrating. I think mine's been bleeding really pretty quickly these days as well. Honestly, I think they're just getting old at this point.
And cold.
Old and cold, that doesn't help.
Old and cold, the wonderful
Like
combo.
me. I'm old and cold.
Ha. So are they? Sorry. Melon Soda.
Melon Soda is a boy.
Any specific goals we're going for?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
I need to know what he's like first.
Yeah.
I have no idea what I did, like yeah. Oh, also I remembered why Banana Bunch is an astronaut.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you remember? Because I'd forgotten. Right at the very beginning, when I rolled my first character, who was Banana Bunch. On stream, in fact. I answered the questionnaire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, Banana Bunch is actually the only sim who was given a profession. Because I answered
now.
The create a sim questionnaire thing. Because I hadn't done that before. I'm normally making sims to a specification. It's first, like, oh yeah, I need this character. But no, so yeah, they were given a profession already, so that's why they're an astronaut. They weren't
mystery solved.
Yes.
Sorry for calling you a filthy liar.
I know, right? Sorry, Banana.
Gonna zoom out that ugly foot in me now.
Oh yeah. Melon Soda wants to be a joke star.
What?
He wants to be a comedian.
Oh.
Yeah, so he has to be funny to 5 sims to begin with, and has to achieve level 3 comedy skill.
Okay,
and apparently he's already got 1 out of 3 from just interacting with other people. So there's that.
That's great. Like I gotta say, like that profession sounds like somebody who makes really lame TikTok videos.
He probably. I mean, he kind of looks like I don't know. I started off okay with him, but then given the way he behaved in the Kiwi Slice playthrough. He put a sandwich in his pocket. I mean, come on. And when I was building his house, I don't know. I didn't like him. He's fine. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
But I went off him a little bit. I mean, he's fine. But also, I think he might be a bit of a...
Yeah.
I don't know. He'll be fine. Anyway, he's childish. He's a geek. He's outgoing, and he's gregarious. So, yeah, actually, I think I pretty much gave him a... Also, this guy has, no money left.
No, oh!
He has, 2,000 simoleons, basically.
Oh boy.
So this guy literally spent all his money on his flash new bachelor pad.
It doesn't even look that good. It's so it does look good, but
it looks fine,
in that way that I don't like personally.
Yes. No, I mean, I wasn't designing things I liked. I was designing things I thought the characters would like, and I think he would like this. But yeah, so he spent money on the actual place, but there are very few personal decorations in here.
Yeah.
Largely because I couldn't think of any, but mostly I think because he ran out of money and he can't afford to put his personal stuff in here, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, we'll just build it up as we go, this one.
No, that's fine, honestly. We need a couple of those, right?
Exactly. You know, everyone else is beautifully furnished. This guy's like, no, he's got all the bare bones of a place, but nothing. Okay, so no browsing the web for you, friend. You're gonna have to tell jokes.
Get a real job.
Wow, you are very rude.
I was joking.
Actually, I should give him a job though. Career. Find a job.
Dude, I'm a creative myself. I get to joke about that not being a real job.
You're not a comedian though. Boy, howdy do I know that.
I hate you sometimes.
I love you too, boo-boo. You think you're funny? Huh?
I didn't say
you're
I thought
funny,
I was
son?
funny.
Think you're a comedian? Yeah. Think you got what it takes to make people laugh? Because I sure as don't.
It's okay, it's just pretending to be me. Don't feel insulted.
Pretending to be you.
Since when do I sound like I come from New York?
That's what I mean. I thought you just said that I was pretending to be you.
Meowth.
Oh, Meowth!
Meowth, not me.
Meowth. Meowth. Yes, gotcha. Oh. Sorry, I didn't understand your accent.
I'm shaking my head so hard at you.
Some of her? Are you hurt at me?
Wait, is this a welcoming party?
Yes, it
Am I
is.
missing out on the welcoming
They're
party?
like freaking queuing. Here we go. Okay, let's first off give him a entertainer. Yeah, career branches, musician and comedian. Excellent. God, I think that means he has to up his charisma skill. What can you do?
I mean...
Yep, there we go. Everyone's here. And also this guy. Who, is inserting himself into my playthroughs, even though he's the cat adoption man.
Oh, we don't like him. He took our kitten away. I'll never get over that.
No,
I'll never recover.
My broken is heart.
He could have at least asked, hey, would you like this cat?
Yeah, right.
Before I
was
take
surprised.
it away.
Well, Banana Bunch really hates him? What happened?
Did he?
I'm
gonna say he took a cat away.
No. Banana Bunch really hates...
Oh, sorry.
Really hates... What did he do? Melon Soda.
Maybe, did he make a really, unfunny joke? Like, a really rude one?
Well, I'm wondering.
Because that's all I can think of.
It's weird to me. I don't think I've ever had such a crazy amount of... Well, they've been... Who the hell is Skylar Martinez? And how do you know him? Okay. Cool. Great. Wonderful.
Well, we're off to a good start.
We are. Discuss neighborhood changes. Well, I mean, I guess a heartfelt compliment to the person who hates you, I guess. Or you hate them, I guess. Bit of both. Well, cat adoption man is just sitting in there on Melon Soda's PC.
I like how he's just kind of becoming a frequent NPC in these playthroughs.
Yeah, agreed. Cat adoption man is just... He's here now. It's cool. Oh boy. We are not already starting to freeze, are we?
Oh no. Hold on, I'll double check. Super sorry. No, it was fine on the stream.
Okay, cool.
I'll keep an eye on it. Super sorry, I tapped out.
No, it's okay. It's fine. Just...
Your new PC, one of these days will be ready.
But yeah, no, if you weren't here last Wednesday it must have been. We have the almost the entire stream and then a 3-minute section where we talk about the fact that my PC crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting. It's not. Yeah, no, my PC crashed when I was following... Oh, what's her name? Strawberry Sunday to work.
Oh, yeah. This PC just goes nah, I don't feel like working.
Yeah, well, clearly it didn't feel like going to anybody's job. Joke about chicken butt.
What?
Okay. Cool. Good. That seems great. Impersonate celebrity.
And legitimately, I'm questioning.
Yeah, well, I mean, nobody ever said he was actually funny. You don't have to be to get a career in comedy at this point, do you?
No, you're right.
Some of the most famous comedians are actually wickedly unfunny.
It's just like, and it's like, oh, I can't joke about anything. It's like, man.
Yeah. Well, maybe if it was a joke at somebody else's expense, like in that way, it wasn't actually funny.
Yeah.
Maybe. But not much just doesn't seem like a nice person.
No.
Hope you like the fruitcake. It's a family heirloom. Well, joke's on you. He hates fruitcake. Yeah. Oh, sure, you're okay with fruitcake if it's kiwi Oh, no, he's not. None of these people are enjoying their fruitcake. Oh, no, okay, Blueberry likes this fruitcake. Kiwi doesn't even like this fruitcake.
She keeps eating it.
Yes, she does.
I just love this whole extremely upset.
No, right?
Eating off the fruitcake.
No, nobody likes the fruitcake. Everyone just gets unhappy. Yeah, that's my goal. Find a sim who can actually stomach fruitcake. Okay, you know what? Tell some jokes. Tell some jokes to your neighbours. I'm sure they'll love you for it. Everyone loves a jokester. But no, like, pretty much every single time I go to the house, something weird happens.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think it's just me. Like, maybe I'm the weird one.
I don't know. When I'm out with you, you don't seem to be that weird, but maybe I'm just used to you.
Maybe I keep hallucinating. Maybe I'm hallucinating weird
So when I go with you, we have shared hallucinations. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes. I thought you said when we were together, I was okay.
Yeah, but I meant like weird things still bloody happen.
Oh, it's true, it does.
Like, I legitimately, I can't explain exactly what happens, but
no, it's just weird though, right? And I'm glad it's not just me going crazy though.
For the longest time, like I thought you were going crazy.
You could not afford that trash can. Oh well, whatever.
Did he just go bankrupt by buying a fancy trash can?
Well, I accidentally bought him a fancy trash can. But yes, he wanted it. That's in my defense.
See, so next time that I wonder why I can't afford anything, it's because we have a fancy trash can.
We don't have a fancy trash can. What's wrong with you? Our trash can came from IKEA. It's shaped like a classic Oscar the Grouch trash can, and I love it. But it is not fancy. Or is it? It's not.
No.
Uh-huh.
I'm staying with the cheap looks. Anyway, nah, I don't know why everything just
weird, right? Okay. Write jokes. You think he has to write jokes?
Well, that's how it works. Like,
nope.
You think he's not an improv person. He's jokes.
Yeah. But like, I hate that if you're a musician, all you have to do is practice music.
Oh right, yeah.
You have to like write jokes.
Yeah,
oh,
fair.
The baby's uncomfortable because she ate a fruitcake. Ugh, get over yourself.
Okay, next time that like.
What?
You eat something that you like, or is it just because he didn't like the taste?
He didn't like the taste.
Oh, that's it.
It's not that he's sick because he ate something that didn't agree with him.
That's what I thought. I was like,
No. He's just a wuss pants who ate fruitcake, but he won't like fruitcake. So now he's unhappy. He's fine now. But I'm just gonna leave that fruitcake in his house now as a threat.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it goes mouldy.
Yeah. Then it's an even bigger threat. It's an heirloom. It'll be fine. It never goes mouldy, actually.
We still have some fruitcake lying around, don't we?
We do. From Christmas. Although, as my dad handed it to us, he was like, yeah, this is the one from like 2 years ago.
I was super excited to eat the fruitcake, and you were like, oh yeah, by the way, this is like not. I was like, nah, I don't want fruitcake anymore.
I guess I'll try a slice and see if it makes me want to howl.
It was perfectly nice, but
as long as you take off the marzipan, which is not designed to last that long. Everything else is pretty much indestructible.
Yeah, yet I couldn't stomach more as a result.
No. I mean, my dad's okay with eating things that are like several years past their best before.
I don't know how he's still alive, honestly.
No, I mean, he's found seafood in the freezer that's been just so old. Like, I mean, I know in the freezer it's got a little bit longer of a shelf life, but like we're talking sort of 5 to 6 years out of date seafood. Yeah. And he'll just cook that. You have to be really careful what you eat that he gives you.
I remember those sausages.
Oh my god.
Like those hot dogs.
They were so freezer burnt. They were like little long raisins.
They were so disgusting. I'll never forget the taste.
Flavor.
I've never eaten a hot dog that had so little yet so disgusting a flavour. And they were from like IKEA. They were not supposed to be that nasty.
They were the pretty nice IKEA ones that are tasty and all. Yeah, but not tasty because bad. Skill. I still can't get over that one time when he made a risotto with like what they call prawns. God, wow, I'm smart today. Prawns in them, but he didn't like shell the prawns or take the legs off or anything. He just put the prawns in, and there were like little bits of leg everywhere, like just sticking in your teeth and everything. Because he, instead of putting them on top, he mixed them in. So like the legs broke off. And I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to mix them in. You're supposed to like lay them on top. He's like, no, this is how we do it in Spain. And of course, you know, his brother is married to a Spanish woman, and he's spent some time in Spain with her family. So of course he knows how they do it in Spain. I'm like, seriously though? Please. If you're ever going to come near me with a risotto again, don't mix legs in it.
But do you remember the shepherd's pie? I mean, not the shepherd's pie, the fish.
Oh, the fish pie. It's the only meal I have ever scraped into the bin. I had to do it when he wasn't looking. And then I hid it.
I was so hungry, I actually ate it.
I was starving, but I still couldn't eat it. I don't even know what he did with that thing. That I felt really ungrateful, but I physically couldn't eat it. I don't know how you managed it.
That fish was not okay.
It was just...
fish was actually off.
Yeah. It was so bad. Also, it tasted bad. That pie was bad, and it should feel bad.
I'm sorry for bringing up that fish pie, but I've been traumatized by it.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? Seriously, did you eat more fruitcake? This is what I mean. He just ate another piece of fruitcake, and now he's uncomfortable again because he ate fruitcake. See why I have no freaking sympathy for these people? They just willingly eat the fruitcake. And then they go, wow, I ate fruitcake.
Is it possible they don't have anything else to eat?
He has a fridge, he has a cooker, he has a microwave.
Is there food in it?
Yes, there's food. There's always food in the fridge.
Oh.
I mean, you have to... No, it's fine. Look, see? He could have had any of these things.
No, okay, no, I stand correct. Yep.
He has, like... Look at all these things he could have eaten.
He just doesn't
could have had himself breakfast. He doesn't want to waste the fruitcake, so he jams it in his mouth and then goes like... Bleh.
Yeah.
Well, he could always give it back to Kiwi. It's an heirloom.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I'm sure cats would love it. Don't feed cats fruitcake.
Oh my god, no.
Do not.
Oh my god.
Do not do that.
Or dogs, for that matter.
Or dogs, yeah. Don't feed animals fruitcake. Just don't do it unless you've, no. Unless you've looked up and made sure that every single ingredient in there is okay for animals, which fruitcake is not.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Also, did you know that pumpkins are bad for hedgehogs?
Wait, are they?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Pretty sure it's hedgehogs. Yeah. So after Halloween, you should actually be really careful disposing of your pumpkins and don't just leave them to rot. Because hedgehogs, I think, get really sick.
Do people know about this?
Well, I mean, I think I read it on St. Tiggywinkles when I was looking up the hedgehogs that were in our garden.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Pumpkin and hedgehogs. Yeah. The large amount of fibrous fruit is likely to cause stomach upsets and diarrhea, so not strictly speaking toxic, but not good for them. The British Hedgehog Preservation Society suggests hanging your pumpkins in trees to allow birds and squirrels to eat the fruit. So basically what happens is they get the runs, but of course because Halloween is at the end of October, that's just when they're trying to really fatten themselves up for hibernation. So essentially what it does, I mean, we all know what diet tea does, right? Gives you the runs. Pumpkin acts like diet tea for hedgehogs right when they need to be not dieting.
Yeah, like legitimately, yeah.
So yeah, you need to be actually really careful with pumpkin. They have to go fast.
But not like that.
But not in a good way. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, he's trolling the forums. Sorry, trolling to forums.
He is a
He really is that kind of guy. No, you know what? Just frickin' comedy, compose short routine, I guess. Does that count? Or do you actively have to write jokes? Yeah, you know what? Skylar Martinez, whoever you are, you may come around. This guy can, I don't know, serve lunch or something. Oh, it's dinner time. Of course you can. Grilled cheese. Yeah, you sound like the kind of guy who'd eat grilled cheese. Which, well, as we've discussed, is not, in fact, grilled. It's fried. It's fried cheese.
It gets me every single fucking time.
Yeah. My tiny English brain is confused by it. Also, kettles are a wonderful invention. The electric kettle, it will blow your mind.
No, but how did these people legitimately live without a fucking kettle? Like,
I don't understand. I don't understand microwaving water or heating it in a pot on the stove. But you have, it's really handy.
Yeah,
this magical device will boil your water for you just at the press of a button, and when it starts actively boiling, it turns off, so it doesn't keep boiling your water until there's no more water left in the pan. It's actively amazing. It's magic. And they're pretty cheap over here anyway.
Yeah, I can't imagine they're that much more. What?
Oh, my mother's just discovered cat lawyer.
Oh, good lord. Well, she can wait.
No, she can't. No.
She knows we stream.
Yes, she does. I've told her. But, you know, she's just discovered cat... But to be fair, cat lawyer is amazing.
I freaking died when I saw that yesterday.
My secretary's here. She's trying to turn the filter off, but it is a filter. I am here. I'm not a cat. It's the best. Oh my god. I know that was a terrible accent. Shut up. But, you know, I tried. Okay. I just, yeah. It was last night. We were just...
Yeah, I was getting ready for bed. And came across that and I died a little.
Yeah. I can't remember. I composed a little song, but I can't remember what it was.
Did you go?
I did. Remember?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Oh, I can't even remember what the song was.
No.
Oh well, what can you do? Did I give him smoke alarm? Ooh, I don't think I did. Fun. He catches fire to his kitchen, he's gonna set all those cabinets on fire. See? That's why you need to examine your rental property very carefully. For, you know. I mean, it's got a TV mounted to the wall and all these fancy bar stools, but does it have a smoke alarm? Yeah.
Asking the important questions.
Right. Yeah.
Well, no, sorry, you go.
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying I really can't remember what that little stupid song was about.
No.
I mean, how it went. It wasn't even that funny. Just like a tiny thing, but even so.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, well, I pay you to say that. Music is really pretty epic for someone who's literally sitting and eating grilled cheese.
Are you telling me that this is not your grilled cheese song?
This is
That plays in your head every single time you have grilled cheese?
Yeah, it is actually, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You can't be too epic. Nothing is too epic for grilled cheese. Okay, so literally you have to write jokes. You can't, like, compose. Okay, just fine. Perform Pit of Judgment, your short comedy routine. So literally he has to write jokes or practice music. He can't, like... He can't, write a short routine. He has to actively write jokes. Because writing a routine is not the same as writing jokes.
I mean...
Obviously. Go write some jokes, mate. Comedy, write jokes. Yeah, I don't care if you're sleepy. It's not my problem. Do your job. Chop chop.
She does this to me as well when I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care if you're sleepy. You've got pins to design, woman. Go, go, go!
No, yeah, though.
Move out. I mean, let's mosey.
Yes.
Yeah, his house is kind of red and black and green like a watermelon.
I do kind of like it, I have to say.
It needs some personal touches, which he cannot afford to put in. So, there. What do you mean from upgraded fridge? You don't have an upgraded fridge. Okay, not my problem. Was he finished writing jokes yet? No, you're only halfway done. Chop, chop, chop! Otherwise you can never sleep. Good boy. Now you may rest.
You're gonna work this little man, aren't you?
I am. He's gonna have to earn my favour. I am not a generous god.
You used to be.
I know. I'm jaded. Banana Bunch really freaking took it out of me.
Yeah, I'm just glad she's not. I mean, they are not a liar. I keep thinking
Yeah,
it's
no,
a
I'm
she
glad they're
because
not
of
a
the
liar.
name, but no.
Banana is, I would have thought, quite a unisex name.
Yeah, I know.
Sort of a non-gender specific kind of.
I'm starting to think that I at one point had a character named Banana. It was a female character, and that's how it got in my bloody head.
Or as my uncle used to say,
That gives me a right fright, and I'd like to point out. Because oh yeah, what did he used to Ian?
He used to call him banana. I don't know what. I guess he was amused by the word. Makes sense. It's an amusing word, especially if you say it like that.
I like how
Bad
Dutch
for
is
the
just
throat,
like a
though.
banana. It's like it's
Yeah.
not nearly as like.
Yeah, it doesn't go on and on and on and on. You don't make the mistake of adding a couple extra na-na-nas in there,
Yeah,
like a 90s pop song.
Yeah.
Banana-na-na-na, banana-na-na-na-na-na, banana-na-na, banana-na-na-na-na. It's like a theme tune for like some kind of 90s preteen comedy sitcom after school
No,
special.
I really
type.
fucking hate how right you are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then of course there was Banana Man.
Wait.
You guys never had Banana Man, did you?
No, we just had bananas and pajamas.
Oh,
That's
yeah, no.
bad enough. I hate
that,
those things.
That was over here. Banana Man was earlier than that. I want to say Banana Man was like late 80s.
Beck was banana man.
Okay,
then.
he was a man. Get this.
Dressed as a banana.
It's kind of like if Popeye ate bananas instead of spinach, kind of. Let me Google.
What? That's terrifying. The concept is.
Banana. Yeah, his name was Eric. Yeah, I loved him anyway as a kid. Well, I didn't love him. I thought he was a prick. But like, I enjoyed the series. It was funny. Yeah, you go home and take a shower, you stinky, stinky comedian boy. Congrats on your promotion.
God, this game is so unrealistic.
He's a fictional character appearing in British comic books. Banana Man is a parody of traditional superheroes, being portrayed as a schoolboy who is transformed into a muscled, caped figure when he eats a banana. Legitimately, when was the TV show? He was... Yeah, okay. So he appeared in the Beano in 2012, which is kind of crazy. Nutty magazine. He was in that from 1980 to 1985. But yeah. His powers were a superhuman strength, flight, invulnerability, breathing in space, a helium-boosted heat finger, and also equipped with gadgets: the thermal banana, the banana laser gun, and an electronic thermal underwear. Definitely like a Beano-style hero, right? His weakness was immense stupidity, quoted as having the muscles of 20 men and the brains of 20 muscles. See why I liked this? But yeah, the television cartoon series was from 1983 to 1986. So, like, given that I was born in 1984,
I'm gonna have to Google this abomination.
It's amazing.
Oh, not banana print. Can recommend them if you're in the UK.
Yes, banana print's very good. Banana Man is hilarious.
He's terrifying looking.
He's hilarious.
I mean, yeah, I can see why you liked. I mean, it's definitely a product of its time.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in the 80s, when I was a very small child, I found Banana Man very funny. So, I mean, for me, banana is kind of a male type of name, not for the obvious association. That's a terrifying costume, though. Thanks for Googling that. Oh, wow, you're eating fruitcake again. You know you have leftovers in the fridge, right? We literally just made grilled cheese. Okay. Okay, my dude. Achieve level 2 of guitar or violin skill. Seriously? Yeah, you really need guitar skill to be a comedian. I see we're going for like a Mitch Benn kind of vibe.
I like to
I'm
point out...
I'm gonna have to be nicer to you. What's up?
No, but you do not
Google Banana Man. Oh boy, is that a wine stopper? That one there with the rings? Yeah, okay. I mean, just be prepared if you do Google Banana Man. It's all one word. Did you Google 2 words or 1 word?
2 words.
Oh yeah, don't Google 2 words. Google 1 word. It's just Banana Man altogether.
Apparently there's a whole range of like sexy time banana figurines.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
They're not well made. I think this really gets me.
That's the offensive part. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, have some pride in your work, son.
Yeah, like, they were trying to differentiate between figurines, like, who's the man and who's the woman, and they made sure that to give the man a watch.
What is that? Is that a leg, or on the left-hand side?
Yes?
Yeah, no, that bit underneath.
Oh, that's, I think, a mushroom or a
fruit
mushroom slice or something.
Why does she have a mushroom on her...
I don't know. It's best not to ask.
Anyway. Banana Man is 1 word. I mean, Banana Man... Anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thanks.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, okay, fine. I'm gonna have to be nice to you, because if we're going for a Mitch Benn vibe... Used to be a friend of mine, once upon a time.
Yeah, he's now big on the Twitter.
Yes, well, he was trying to be big. I'm very pleased for him. He was trying to be big on the Twitter. Back in the day. Mm-hmm. When I knew him. Back when I knew him was when he was on Radio 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is cool. Oops, didn't mean to bring up the Windows menu. Meant to press Alt. Instead I pressed the Windows button. Because of course I did.
Like, what was it? Wasn't the news...
Now Show.
Oh, the Now Show, yeah, that's it. Sorry.
And he had his own show, don't forget. Mitch Benn's Crimes Against Music.
Hiya!
Which I saw a couple of those episodes recorded. Because I got in, like... for free. It was a BBC show, so it was always free. But, I had, like... Mm-hmm. I got my name at the door. I felt wicked epic. I was like, hi, yeah, like... my name's on the list.
Yeah.
For the Now Show too, actually, which is kind of fun. What?
Oh yeah, the Now Show.
Yeah, the Now Show. I got nothing fancy. I mean, it wasn't the news quiz. Come on.
Before I knew you, I never got to enjoy these privileges.
You didn't, did you?
No.
This was just the year before, pretty much.
Yeah. It's before everything started going wrong for you. She knew me.
Yeah.
I was joking.
Okay. Yeah, because oldest kid, I don't even know how old his oldest kid is now, but I knew her before she was born.
That sounds kind of scary.
You know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Like, I was literally there when Clara brought her in for her first, like, show around the BBC people. It was cute. Anyways, neither here nor there. He's got a guitar now, which means that he's 97% funnier, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, you don't have to write jokes for a bit, my friend.
Well, he has a guitar.
Because
so
he has a guitar now, so he can just practice music until he's done with that all day. That's cool. It's cool. It's good.
It's fair.
Yeah, he's probably writing a comedy song about fruitcake entitled "What Did I Just Eat?"
Oh, so you're telling me he was just eating a terrible fruitcake for inspiration? Yeah,
exactly that. Like joke material. I mean, dude. Like, I harassed a guy at the post box until he gave me, like, some great stream material, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. God, we're not like those YouTubers.
Oof.
It always makes me so uncomfortable when people do, like, pranks, lol, like
yeah, no, right? Because you can never tell. It's like, did you okay that with some of us? It's like, again, talking about the BBC, like that Dead Ringers show. I think it's popular on not the BBC now or whatever, or it went onto TV too or whatever, but it started as a radio show, I believe. And I always hated that segment. I mean, I didn't like it much anyway, but I particularly hated the segment where they would call people up and do voice impressions, like, of celebrities and stuff on the phone to unsuspecting people.
That's so uncool.
I just like, it's actively disgusting. Like, I don't know. Like, I find that weird. Like,
yeah, that's like.
And recently there was something about how Rory Bremner, who is one of the people who does Dead Ringers, I mean, he's a great impressionist, but I don't find the prank shit that funny. But apparently he called up somebody, a freaking politician back in the day, pretending to be John Major, the then English Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And, like, he said something, or he begged for his help over something, and the guy literally thought he was talking to John Major at the time, and it actually pushed through a beneficial deal or got his support on whatever it was, because he thought he was talking to John Major, and John Major had, like, actually come around and apologized to him. And I'm like, that to me, okay, so it went well that time, but imagine the damage it could have done if it had been the opposite way round. You know what I mean? Imagine the damage you could do potentially to somebody's career, somebody's entire life, before people get out that it was, realize that it was a prank.
Yeah, holy shit.
Like, one of the ones that they tend to put around as being quite funny, quote unquote, is there was one time when he pretended to be George W. Bush. Yeah. You might even have heard that one, because it used to get repeated all the time as one of their Dead Ringers' most funniest blah blah blah. Like, he calls up the Sesame Street offices.
What?
Pretending to be George W. Bush. And you know that? I mean, I know we sing it all the time. That whole, like, one of these things is not like the others song. He did that whole thing. Like, oh, I have a real problem. Like, you know, those sections with, like, one of these things is not like the others. And he sings the whole song. And the woman on the other end of the phone's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know it, sir. Yes, sir. I do know it, sir. Yes, I do know it, sir. And, I can't remember what the fuck it was. But it was one of those really... It was like, what's the difference between a mouse and a tea kettle and something like that, I think. Or like one of those things, and he was like, oh yeah, the mouse has got the tail, and the thing's got the electrical cord. And he was basically pretending to be a really big dum-dum, because of course that was the joke, right? George W. was a dum-dum. Whether or not he was, neither here nor there. But... it just... The thing that got me was, I think she said... Oh, you know, it's really stupid. Right up until just now, I've known exactly what it was she said. And because Americans pronounce this one particular word so differently from UK people...
Oh, yeah.
He kind of, like, he didn't understand her. But, you know, I knew what it was right up until just now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But that always made me really uncomfortable. Like, I don't think...
It's like that second-hand embarrassment I get from shows like that.
Properly.
It's like...
Same. That, exactly it.
I don't like it.
No. It's just... I just think it's wicked uncool. Like... I don't know. And it's more personally... that's the thing. I think it's more personal mockery. It's not kind of like you're going on, like, I mean, I've never found that Spitting Image, that's that one with the puppets, I think.
Yeah.
I
No,
never
that's
found it that funny, but I can appreciate the art form.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious that it's somebody doing impressions. I think Rory Bremner worked on that too, possibly.
No, I've yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, it's obvious that that's fake. Nobody's pretending that that's real.
Yeah.
But with Dead Ringers, it's one thing when they're doing the sketches on Dead Ringers, but actively calling people up who obviously don't know. Like, nobody's that good an actor.
No.
I mean, and particularly, like I said, when it comes out that that guy thought he was talking to John Major.
That's just...
Like, obviously you're not clearing it with them ahead of time.
No.
And obviously he didn't clear it with him afterwards either, because he found out later that it was a thing. And that's the other thing that gets me, like, are these people actually being asked whether or not they're okay with being on essentially a prank segment? Like,
yeah, like, surely you actually expect, like, also if it's going to get broadcast, that people need permission?
Well, you'd think, right?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they decided not to broadcast that other segment, which is why they never, like, asked him about it or something, but
yeah.
I don't know, it's just, it's icky. I don't know. It makes me feel skeevy. But yeah. But no, speaking of, like, people who... I mean, I was joking, obviously, about goading the dude at the postbox for stream content, because I wouldn't do that. It was legitimately just a weird encounter, but... Like, you know when people post screenshots of, like, messenger conversations they've had?
Uh-huh.
And, like, oh, this person's being super mean to me, like, cancel them immediately. But they only include half of what they said.
Yeah.
Like, that always really makes me so suspicious.
It is super sus, though. Like, oh my god.
You see that there's, like, a message, like a bubble, a message bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And they've screen capped the conversation. Like, they've got screen caps of their conversation and this other person's conversation. Yeah. And then there's this mysterious bubble that's clearly their bubble, but none of the things that they've posted chronologically match up with that bubble.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, but where's the rest of it, dude?
Yeah.
What did you say to that person to make them go off on you like that? Like, I just, that always really,
No, legit, same.
Like, okay, but I can't be on your side or cancel this person or trust anything that you say because you're not clearly showing all of the story.
It is a tactic as well. Like,
yeah, it is. It exactly is. Like,
also, like, when it's like, why are you sharing this on social media a lot of the time?
Well,
like,
yeah, but I get it. If you want somebody cancelled or whatever.
Yeah, fair, but yeah.
You know, they're gonna want to go public with it, but...
I mean, yeah.
I just, maybe be a little less obvious about it, like edit the text bubble out or something.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just like, did you call their dog, like, a stinky lipstick pig or something? I don't know.
Honestly, yeah, though. Like,
what did you do to make them respond in such a way to you that you don't want us to see?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see it around, and it's like...
It's oddly common.
It just gets me every time. Like, come on. Come on. Who do you think you're fooling? All your stands, I guess, but...
I was gonna say, it seems to be rather effective a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not here to... I mean, I guess I'm a little bit here to judge, but I'm not, like, judgy. Okay, you know what? You're gonna go next door, and you're gonna say hi. Oh, visit the slice host. No one's home, not even the cats.
Dude. Well, the cats are never home, are they? They're just left all the time.
I'm surprised that the cats aren't okay.
Oh, they're still alive, for that matter.
They are. Well, he's still
good.
friends with them, so I assume they are. Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Oh my god, pets can die. Shit. No, I don't like that.
On today's episode,
we kill a cat. No. Mm-mm. Power of voodoo. Hoodoo. You do. With high-level mischief skill. Hey, the cats are here. Let's hang out with some cats.
yes. It's better than humans.
Big treat. Excuse me, don't go in the house. Don't go in the house.
Oh, they're escaping again.
custard apple just went in the house, and now I can't see her because she's inside the house.
They're all
oh no, there
grown
she
up.
is. They are, aren't they? Oh no. My kittenhood.
It's okay, they were
Oh.
too small and they just did me a
Yeah,
fright.
it's true. I hadn't even noticed that they'd grown up. Isn't that the worst? Of a friendship. Pet. I guess it was because Yeah. I noticed, we played the Sparkling Beverage Household after we played Kiwi Slice's house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And it was only after I played the Sparkling Beverage Household, a bit away, that I realized, seriously, where are you going? Oh, over there. Okay, that's fine. No, wait, where are you going? Sir? Sir? Hello, excuse me, sir. Oh, okay, you're going all the way over there to order a drink, right? Yeah. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, that's when I realized that I hadn't remembered to turn off.
Oh yeah.
Like, aging. And I felt stupid.
I mean,
yeah.
at least you realised it's in time before somebody dropped dead.
Well, there is that. I assume maybe somebody did drop dead and I didn't notice. It's always possible.
It's true.
Anyone home? Oh, okay. Is anyone home? Oh yeah, Kiwi's home now. That's cool. We're still gonna play with the cats. Oh,
It's just like with real friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't come to visit you. They
No,
just come here to like
visit the
you.
cats. This is a nice house. It's cozy, you know?
Yeah, I really want that house still.
Yeah, it's comfy. Where's the other cat gone? I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna fill the cat food bowls because I'm a good friend.
I'd be kind of scared if somebody came over my house, to be fair, and started feeding my animals.
Okay, well, he thinks it's romantic.
Well, that's fair then. As long as it works out.
I don't think Kiwi thinks it's romantic, but he sure as shit does. Ooh, off a friendship with the kitty cat. Hello, Kiwi. Give pep talk. He's feeling energized, apparently. I guess you can just hang out at your neighbours. Does she have anything fun to play with? Look at these cats. This is an outstanding cat. Look at this. Oh,
I really like how big,
Yeah. So fluffy.
Yeah. I want one.
Okay.
It kind of looks like a ragdoll, doesn't it?
It does.
It's basically a ragdoll.
Yeah, pretty much. Except it doesn't have the really distinctive V shape on the top of their nose.
Fair, yeah.
I don't think. I mean, she's not really slowing down.
Cheapest.
What did he give her? Cat cane.
Dude.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause. The cat. Graceful. No, this cat has no V. It's just a standard seal point
yeah.
type. I think it's a seal point. Or is it too dark to be a seal point?
I don't know how cat breedy things.
Chances are I get it wrong. Oh, he is now sitting at her PC. That seems normal. I mean, she was on her PC. He went over to talk to her. And now... Enthused about a new show. Excellent. That's what you want to do, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, he's gonna eat some of her fruitcake now.
Okay, is this like some crazy... It has to be part of like
The masochism diet, you mean? Yeah. Where does she even keep her fruitcake? Oh, in the fridge. Okay, sure. You won't take the fucking leftovers from your own fridge when you're hungry. But you'll take leftover fruitcake from her fridge when you're hungry and in her house. Maybe he's doing her a favour because she doesn't like fruitcake either?
Yeah, maybe actually,
He's like, yeah, cool, while I'm here.
I'll save you from this horrible fruitcake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my headcanon. I'm sticking to it.
What a white knight this boy is. Okay, it's time. It's time for you to go home, fruitcake boy. I mean, this is the man who put a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich in his pocket. So, what are we really expecting? Okay, dude, clean your freaking plate up. And we're not in your bachelor pad now. At least he's washing his hands. That's something. We don't put sandwiches in our pockets, and we don't leave dirty plates on our friends' tables. It is not nice. Attaboy.
Those are pretty basic rules.
No. Seriously? One plate in the dishwasher? That is so not cash money of you. You don't run the dishwasher with one plate in it, and then get down on your friend's floor and start doing sit-ups. Okay. This guy, right? This guy. Okay. Even the game doesn't think that.
No, it's like, okay.
Do. Oh yeah, I forgot his house, lot name was Comfy Cubby. Yeah,
Comfy Cubby? What?
Comfy Cubby, that's the house name thing. House, not name so much as funny introduction. Yeah, you gotta be funny every time. That's your personality now. You're just the funny man.
Oh my god. Okay, that's a real issue for some people.
Uh-huh.
So one of my old colleagues, didn't like him.
Mm.
Whenever we had to do exercises and describe our colleagues,
Uh-huh.
everybody would just write down funny for him. What do I like about him? He's funny. That's literally everything.
Boy.
That's the only thing people wrote down.
Oh boy. Well, I mean,
there are worse things to be said, about you,
there are definitely worse things, but I feel like that's kind of on par, though. Unless he really liked being the funny guy.
Nah, he didn't after a while.
Okay, yeah. Because, I think when I was cleaning out the attic, and I went through some of my really old school stuff, we're talking primary school.
Oh, yeah.
And, I might even have tweeted about this at some point, I'm not sure. But, when I was at school, I was such a non-entity.
Mm-hmm.
That anytime anybody had to write anything nice about me, it was either good at art or long hair.
God, look.
I shit you not. Those things, I don't know, again, I don't know if other countries even, or even other schools had this. God knows. But you had to, write nice things about your classmates. Think of something positive about your classmates in kind of some weird, team meeting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's some team building shit right there.
It legitimately, the more I learned about team building when I was older, the more I was like, wow, that's just the shit we had to do at school. But yeah, you had to think of something nice to say about your classmates and write it down on a piece of paper and put it, I think it was just put it on their desk. And then you got to unfold a load of pieces of paper with ostensibly nice things written on them about you. So it was all kind of anonymous. Mm-hmm. So you folded it up and you put all your pieces of paper down on everybody's desks.
Yeah.
And nobody could see what. I guess unless you could recognize their handwriting. But I was I don't know, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, half of them were good at art, and the other half of them were legitimately long hair. I was yay, that's my personality.
Yeah.
Art and long hair, and I'm not even good at art anymore, my dude. But my hair is, however, extremely long.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I know, right? This is my personality now. It's just I have long hair.
Yeah.
I will take it. I can sit on it. Yeah. What can you do?
Well, I had is good at problem solving and technology. Yeah, okay, Karen.
Are we talking about at work?
Yeah, at work.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
I was gonna say, 7-year-old me was not good at problem solving, and technology wasn't really a thing yet at that point. I still remember, we got an Apple Mac.
Oh yeah.
Back when they were still Apple Macintoshes. because my mum needed it for work.
Oh yeah.
And one of the clients she did work for also ran a website design company at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like in the early days of the internet, really.
Mm-hmm.
Being a large business thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he would do company websites. And he kind of hooked her up with basically cheap parts. Like he got her good deals on stuff because, you know, he knew where to get them from his contacts, which is, you know, so we got an Apple Mac for a good price. And also I think he may have bought it for her because he liked to not pay her in any way he could. Like I think he still owes her about 20,000 quid.
That's a lot
She
of
hasn't
money.
heard from him for a long time. But yeah, she used to do his bookkeeping for him, obviously. But yeah, no, so I think a lot of the stuff would be, like he would, as a favour, knock X amount of pounds off her bill and get her this thing. So he was probably getting it for an even better price.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, anyway. But yeah, so we got an Apple Mac and I was kind of obsessed with it because computer, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we had to write like an essay in English class or whatever about a thing I like. And I wrote this massive long fan wanking bullshit speech about how much I loved my Apple Macintosh and how I thought graphical user interfaces were the interface of the future compared to DOS and all this stuff. And everyone was like, oh my god, yeah, like maybe shut up, Mac weirdo.
Oh my god, you actually wrote the
I was
fucking
correct.
GUI, like...
I wrote about GUIs and how like they were the interface of the future. And like
I'm laughing so hard, this is ridiculous.
everyone thought I was a total loser.
I mean, yeah.
Like I was, for sure. But everyone was really, and I just still remember, not from that one thing, but when I was later on at school, like a later middle teenager.
Yeah.
My then boyfriend, he was always like, shut up about Macs, would you? Shut up about Macs, they're really not that great.
Uh-huh.
Shut up about Macs, they're really not. So as a teenager, I was like, yes, Macs. Even though I had a PC. I was like, yeah, but I wish it was a Mac. This was about the time when they released those jelly coloured.
Oh, those were so good. I wanted one.
I know, right? I just.
They were so aesthetic.
They were amazing. I love those. But anyway, so this was around that time. So just before Macs kind of got into the whole iPod thing and became the company of that particular decade.
Yeah.
So they were kind of still a little bit uncool, but great for graphics and stuff. And he literally he messaged me on Facebook sometime later saying, hey, that thing about Macs, yeah, you were right. I was like, yeah, it's literally the only thing. This was after we'd broken up, like years after we'd broken up. I think I was even dating you at that point. That's how much longer ago, later afterwards. Also because Facebook, obviously. That was quite some time after we stopped. Anyway, I don't even know why we were friends on Facebook. Given,
to be honest, I'm still friends with a lot of people. I go like, why am I friends with
Yeah, but
you?
like somebody you broke up with but years before Facebook even existed?
Yeah.
It's weird.
How do you think
like, he's literally still listed on my Facebook as It's Complicated.
Seriously?
Yeah. Like, back when It's Complicated just meant we were kind of still friends.
Yeah.
I guess, except we're not friends. We haven't talked in years, and I don't even like the weirdo. But okay, it's complicated, I guess. I was too nice to tell him that I never wanted to speak to him again, basically.
Oh, yeah, I see.
But yeah, no, he messaged me like, yeah, hey, turns out you were right. Macs are really good. Yeah. Only thing he ever agreed with me on. Literally.
I still do not like this man.
No, I don't like him. No, he was. I didn't. No, well, there's no reason for you to like him. He wasn't a particularly likable person. Very English. Every time he took his shoes off and just walked around in his socks, I wanted to stamp on his feet for some reason. I don't know, there's something about him that bitterly annoyed me. We should not have been dating. If you want to stamp on someone's feet every time they're not wearing their shoes, then maybe...
Probably reconsider dating them.
To be fair, I did dump him. Like, he called me. I said, I don't think this is going to work. What did you want to talk to me about? He was like, that's what I called to say as well. I did feel pretty bad though. Like the last time I went to visit him, I sent my mum a text saying that I was not looking forward to it because I didn't really think that you know. Yeah, I didn't send it to my mum, did I? I accidentally sent it to him. This text basically saying how much I didn't want to go see him because I don't really like him. Actually, I don't even know why we're still together. I still went and saw him. That was the worst part. I'd already bought my train ticket. It was bad. Like, it's funny to me now, but at the time, I was mortified.
I
didn't actually die, but, you know, metaphorically mortified. Anyway. So yeah, I'm a bitch. No, we were not good for each other. He didn't like a thing I did either.
No, to be fair, exactly. Like, he really used to put you down a lot.
No, right,
so,
he really did. He lured me in. Okay, by being ostensibly a fan of Terry Pratchett and Warhammer. And then proceeded to like neither of those things. Because they're for babies. I'm like, Terry Pratchett's not for babies.
Wait, what?
Right? He was like, oh yeah, Terry Pratchett's amazing. Like, I really love his books. And also, I still paint Warhammer. And then we were actually dating. He was like, oh yeah, no, I don't paint Warhammer. Warhammer's for babies. And also, Terry Pratchett's for, like, little children. I'm like, did you just go through the weird, cool renaissance at this point?
Oh my god, we all have that phase, but, like...
oh my god, it's so
Terry
cringe.
Pratchett is not, like...
Like, dude, he was 17. He should have grown out of it at that point.
No. It's early... No.
If at 16, you are telling a girl who is, I believe, 15 at that point, 14, 15, that you think Terry Pratchett is cool and Warhammer is cool, and you hear her opinion, which is that Terry Pratchett and Warhammer are cool, and she would like to know you more because of those things. He still had his books and his Warhammer and stuff in his room.
Oh, I see.
At home.
He pretended not to care.
But, like, literally, he wouldn't even let me look at his Warhammer. But this is the man who wouldn't let me use his Copics because I'd break them. Like, I'm not 5. To be fair, you shouldn't let me use Copics. I will break them, but...
Yep. Remind me why I let you close to our Copics again?
Because they were pleasant. They were relationship pleasant.
Yeah,
for
I know.
us.
I know.
Also, I use them more than you do.
You do. Honestly, you get better results with them than I do. So did.
Before or after I break them. Ha! But no, I was like, come on, just let me, like, use them for just like a second, just to test out whether or not I like them. Because, of course, I had never used them before.
Yeah.
But I was really into, like, painting. Dude, come on, I do watercolour. I'm not going to break your freaking Copics. I'm an artist. I'm not, like, a small child who's only ever used crayons.
You say this.
Oh, rude. Rude.
I trust you with my stuff, but
I
clearly
know
you
you
didn't.
do. Foolishly. But no, I mean, I literally just wanted to use a couple, like, you know, draw a couple lines.
Yeah, it's just to mess
Just to
around
see
with it.
if... But no, I wasn't allowed to touch his Copics. Still salty. And that was after we'd been dating for like 2 years. I guess he got to know me pretty well by then, huh?
Wow.
He got all pissy with me one time because I offered to spell check a job application. His spelling was atrocious. Like, absolutely atrocious. Like, abysmal. Like, if there was a word longer than 3 letters, he would misspell it. And it made him look like a dum-dum.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna be submitting like a resume.
Yeah, like
People
that
are
sort
going
of stuff.
to notice if it's not. But no, he was like, no, don't spell check it for me, because I want them to hire me for me, not because of some like inflated thing.
Like,
Guess who didn't get an internship that year for his university course? Well, I'm not saying it was because of the spelling errors, but
I mean, like, yeah, I
Straight
get
A
it,
student,
like, but also
though.
come the feck on, man.
Right.
It's just common.
I actually want to know how he managed to get an A in English when he literally couldn't spell words, like, just at all.
It's
I
a
mean,
bit sus.
he didn't have a dyslexia diagnosis or anything.
Oh.
I think I'm pretty sure he would have been checked for dyslexia.
He was a boy, so yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I think he just literally... I'm not even 100% sure this is that he couldn't be asked.
That sounds more like it.
But he was like a straight A student.
For some reason.
Who, I think he was pretty good at book learning.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, he I think he went into engineering or something. So he can't have been that bad at stuff. But I wouldn't want him to engineer anything. I don't even know what he specialised in the end. It was at uni that he... I broke up with him at uni because I was just getting a little bit tired of him getting so drunk he couldn't find his way home and having to spend all night staying awake, making sure that he didn't die in his sleep from alcohol poisoning or like choking on his own vomit.
That's just a normal English bloke thing, innit?
Pretty much.
Oh, I hate that. Sorry. Like, I know.
Yeah.
It's quite common in the UK, but I do not socialise with people who behave like that.
No. The thing is, I didn't think he was that kind of person when I was going out with him.
Yeah.
And then he went to uni and suddenly... Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the constant putting me down in front of his friends. That was fun too. Oh. But the one time, my one shining moment of glory while we were still at school, he had this friend who was really racist. Like really racist. Like one time he was proudly proclaiming that he was banking with the HSBC because it was a good solid English bank. And we were like, you realize that it stands for Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation, right? And he was so horrified he legitimately switched banks because he didn't want to go with a foreign bank. He may have used a different word, a slightly more unpleasant word for Asian people. He was a nasty piece. I did not like him. I didn't understand why they hung around with him. But yeah, so he thought it was really, really funny. This one time, I had porridge for breakfast in the dining hall thing, refectory, and he grabbed my hand and he smashed it into my porridge. So my hand was covered in porridge. So what did I do? Why, I fondled his thigh with my porridgey hand. And that wasn't funny because he had to go and change his trousers. And he was late for assembly. Like, fuck off. You put my hand in the porridge, I'm gonna put my hand on your thigh.
Yeah, like... Duh.
Oh, you can wash your hand. Yeah, and you can wash your trousers. What's your point? Like, boys, am I right? They do not like it when you play them at their own games.
No.
I mean, it's not just boys, but...
I was gonna say, but...
You know. People.
Yeah, a lot of people are really sore and terrible losers.
Mm-hmm. He was a loser. He's probably a white supremacist now. He had that kind of vibe to him. Anyway, now you.
No, I don't really have any great, like, ex stories.
I guess none that won't get back to the exes in question, huh?
No.
The chances of this guy finding me these days?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he has a wife and kids. He's just not interested in me, that's for sure.
A really ugly kid. I was joking.
Wow, way to, like, admit that I looked at his children's pictures on Facebook.
Dude! Facebook is just like, hey. No.
Yeah, no, it is true. But just, oof. Yeah, they really are unattractive children. I try not to judge, but, like, the parents... Not what I would call attractive, either of them.
I tend to judge kids by their personality, by the way. It's not actual their looks.
No, for sure, but I've never met these children.
No, but the photos, they look like little terrors.
Okay, I'll take it.
But anyway.
Yeah. But every time I find myself thinking, like, wow, those are some ugly kids. Oh boy. I have to be like, okay, but am I just doing that weird Hollywood thing where you kind of like, you're jealous? And I'm like, no.
You're jealous? No.
Me jealous of his
But your mother wanted those kids.
My mother did indeed want those kids. Well, she was welcome to have them. I wouldn't have cared.
FYI, her mum just...
My mum liked him a lot.
Likes this man.
Yeah.
Doesn't like me, likes this man, so I might have a little bit of a salt thing going on.
Yeah, well, I'm just cross that she had. I mean, she liked more a guy who kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Abused is too strong a word, but he was not a nice person to me. Pomelo, come back. Okay. He was
well, neither am I.
Well, no, you were horrible. But no, he was not a nice person to me.
No.
He was horrible. He used to, well, I mean, I'm sure, honestly, he probably also thinks I'm horrible. He probably looks back on those years and like, wow, she was a douche.
It's awful how it goes though with exes,
Right?
doesn't it?
Right?
Like the fact that I'm actually friends with still one of my exes and we don't really have any like beef. It's kind of amazing.
To be fair, I mean, partly it's not his fault. Partly he just had the wrong things in his pants, which I didn't know at the time. I mean, they were right for him, just wrong for me.
Yeah.
That wasn't something I was aware of at the time. I mean, I was aware that he... You know what I mean. Sorry. But yeah, what I mean is, it wasn't part... I mean, part of him just... he was never going to win, because, like... it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
But, as I said, it was complicated. I was friends-ish with him for a while. Sort of, allegedly. Even though I didn't actually like him much. But okay, so you know that a relationship's not going to work out when they come to visit you at uni and you don't want them to meet your flatmates. Right? If you kind of walk into the kitchen and they're there and they're like, oh, who's this? And you're like, that's my, friend.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad.
Friend?
Because you never mentioned the fact that you might, like...
Did I not? Yeah, no, I was embarrassed. I thought I was okay with it. I thought I was fine with it. And then suddenly I was like, oh no. No. Yeah. Didn't I tell you that?
No, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, okay.
New story on stream.
Yeah, right? Wow. I've been keeping secrets from you.
Yeah, I can't trust you anymore.
No. Oh my god. Watch this relationship break down lifetime. But yeah,
anything
no.
for the views. No,
I will. Yeah. Subscribe if you want us to divorce.
Wow! I'll bloody divorce you.
Yeah, I know we're not married yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What's easy to forget? People tend to think we're married anyway.
It's true. Well, we have, to be fair, been together for... Was it going to be 14 years this year? This
Probably.
October? I think. 14 or 15, something like that. It's been a while.
Yeah, we just lose count.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't lose count. What?
Just wanted to know how warm it not. I mean.
Mm-hmm. It's 17.8 degrees. It's really warm. Do you want me to warm you up?
Yeah, I'm chilly.
Are you chilly?
Yes.
Oh, come here.
Come warm me up.
Come here, I warm you up.
Hi.
Oh, my hand's cold.
Your hands are colder than mine.
Sorry, maybe that's why I'm warmer than you.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Thank
wubby,
you.
wubby, wubby. My wubby, 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 my bubby, bubby, bubby.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Do you want me to turn the heating up?
Yes, please.
Yeah?
Please turn the heater up.
Okay. Ew, mums are being cringe on stream.
Yeah, the dog has just left the building.
Which dog?
The boy dog.
He's right there. I'm not going to disturb him because he's warm. So now I've finished being a bitch on stream. I can't believe I never told you that.
Maybe I forgot. It's possible, you know.
Maybe I was just embarrassed that I was embarrassed. Like, it felt like such a bitchy thing to be. You know?
Yeah.
Like, who... I mean, this was 3.5 years into our relationship, which I think only lasted about 3.5 years, so...
Yeah.
Not our relationship. With him.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the incident where he downloaded, animal interaction
Seriously?
onto my PC.
Wow.
And told one of my friends
That
I watched that stuff. Yeah.
It's just so nasty.
This is what I mean. Like, that's the kind of stuff that he used to do. And I was like, oh, boys being boys, I guess. Because that's what, like, my mum would say. You're like, oh, she's just a guy being a guy. But you, I don't know, don't make the bed one morning. And my mum's like, oh my god, she's horrible. You're never going to be happy with her. I'm like, she didn't try and convince my friends that I watched, like, animal snacks.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. I mean, I guess you're a furry. Introduced me to the big furry community.
I did not.
No. I was already drawing cat girls. I just didn't know what it meant.
Exactly.
Like, I had a friggin' fox persona. In fact, I had a cat persona before I met you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, excuse me, don't you start this.
Literally had the whole Annie cat persona thing going on. I know. I didn't know that there was, like, a word for furries until then.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I just, I didn't know either for the longest time until, like, VCL, which is, like, an image board. I kind of miss those days.
Yeah.
Bloody image boards, man.
Not that I am an actual furry, though, really. Like, I don't... Well, I say, okay, no. It's so difficult these days, because, okay, some people think furries are people who actively have, like, their persona as a persona.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally part of your personality. I'm like, I think my persona is cute.
It's just a character to me.
It's just, yeah, exactly. It's like an OC.
But then again...
I collect them.
Yeah. It depends. Like, there's so many different, like, approaches to it these days. Like, I'm happy to just call myself a furry.
It's like, I feel like there are some furries for whom wearing a fursuit feels like putting on their own real skin.
Yeah.
And then there are some people like me who, if I had a fursuit, it would be like cosplay.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is great. I get to pretend to be this character for a bit.
Yeah.
Neither of which is more or less valid, I think, than the others.
Exactly. Like, yeah.
But it's just, just, yeah, you're the one who introduced me to fur affinity, though, so I think that's probably criminal.
Yeah, God, I have since left that side.
Yeah, same.
It is a bad place.
Yep. I got some Flash animations on there that are never going to be freaking relevant or playable anymore ever again. Just upsetting.
I still think that's kind of an issue, though. Like, the fact that Flash is just like, oh, well.
Well, I mean, the fact that, from what I could tell, they also just refused to give out their, is it source code? Is that what I'm looking for? They're basically, like, they won't let anybody just...
At this point, you might as well.
No, right? You're not going to use it for anything. Let people, make Flash players.
Yeah, also, like, let them basically improve it, like, on all the security. But then again, like, I don't know if the security issues with Flash were actually fixable.
Yeah, I guess it's possible that if they gave out the code, it might leave other people open to...
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. I don't know. It still sucks.
Yeah. But some kind of Flash to video converter.
Well, we don't really have anything.
That's what I meant. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Because I did a lot of work in Flash back in the day.
Yeah.
Which is now completely unwatchable.
Hmm.
I mean, I had an entire...
I think you can convert... I don't know.
Okay, I don't know enough about it these days. And it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But some of my best work at uni was in Flash.
Yeah.
Which is painful. Anyway. Let's talk about you for a bit.
I don't have anything exciting to tell.
Don't you?
Tell.
Okay, well...
I'm just trying to think, sorry. Today, my story time is kind of dry. I can't think of anything for me. Now, I just remember, like, early internet days that I really joined because the Lord of the Rings fandoms.
Oh.
I just missed the days that there was an end to the internet.
Honestly, same.
Like,
in a way.
But it's like, okay, that was nice, and I'm gonna go play on my Game Boy Advance or like Game Boy Color, whatever it was at the time.
I mean, back in the old days, I had my circle of fan sites that I tended to click through, and then sometimes like they'd add another link to the fan site.
Yeah.
To the what was it called? Hub. Was there like a fan hub? Or what was it called?
Portal.
Like,
God, what were they called? They were called portals.
There was like a generic name for them, wasn't there? Like, I'm not talking about like specific things like the Anime Web Turnpike or whatever, because obviously those ones. I think that was a little bit later on, but like, I feel like there was one of those words that they kind of co-opted from the Japanese, or something, or kind of like
Yeah, there was a very specific word for it.
Yeah.
And I don't bloody remember what it is.
Yeah, God.
But yeah, you had like a very specific like, and they would host all the circles.
Yeah. And you'd kind of, if you got your website on there with your fanfic on it.
God, yeah.
This is pre-fanfiction.net time.
Yeah.
As well. You got your website on there with your fanfic. I mean, your GeoCities site, mind.
Yeah.
With your fanfic on there and your cute little flash animated flame graphics, because I totally didn't do that.
No,
I did. I was 14 and it was the coolest thing I'd ever done at that point. I was like, wow, I'm animating.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this pre-fanfiction.net kind of days. And you had your website, your GeoCities page, and you got it on the freaking fan circle doohickey thing, and you felt like a freaking celebrity.
You did as well. Oh my god, I remember. Like also, so like there were some actors. So some of my friends. Okay, the circles I was hanging around with. Funnily enough, they were full of Germans.
Well, that's many things are full of.
But yeah, like it was really weird. Like
Germany also is full of Germans.
Yeah. And now the absolute weirdest thing is, like one of the people I used to chat to, like I hadn't spoken to her for must have been like 10 years. And then I found her again 10 years later because of Final Fantasy 15.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I was like, I would recognize that. Like I was thinking, that's like she has a different username.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds like her.
Oh my god.
So at one point I was like, I'm really sorry, this goes out really creepy. But did you used to go by this username? I was like, yeah, I did. It's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's so weird.
That's
like
super cool though. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
Was it like from the Lord of the Rings fandom or whatever?
Yeah, from Lord of the Rings.
To 15. That's cute. I love that.
It's like, oh, we don't ship
god.
the same thing now. Sorry.
Well, I have this I mean quote unquote issue. It's really not an issue, but it's a little weird to me every time. There's this one person whose fanfics I used to read. Yeah. This is a little bit later on. When I was like 18 or so. But this person's fanfics I used to read religiously. Like, and if I was feeling lousy, I would just read their fics to make me feel better.
Yeah.
And now, like, they follow me and they're like, yeah, I really love your stuff. Like, you know, it makes me smile. I'm like, oh my.
It's weird when that happens, isn't it? Like, yeah.
Please, pass me the smelling salts. I feel a little faint.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, just...
Guess I know my Apple Pencil is low, that's why I just
Apple Pencil, oh.
Yes. But yeah, it's like...
Yeah, it's just... I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to make it about me-Z anymore. I mean, again, but... It's just one of those silly things, isn't it, though?
Yeah, no, for sure.
People from the past come back and are current, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Does it make you feel like 14? I mean, not 14, but like young again? Or does it just make you feel so old you're about to crumple into dust?
No, it does actually make me feel young again. I don't really tend to have the whole like, oh my god, I feel so old.
Oh, that must be nice for you. Wow.
I don't know, like... Somewhere after like 25, I felt just old, and that was that. Well, since then, I haven't really started feeling older.
I don't know about you, I'm still 25.
Yes. I mean, people think you're younger than me.
They do, yeah. That's because I'm wicked immature. And I have skin as soft as a baby's bottom.
You do.
I moisturize.
Actually, I don't know what baby's bottoms feel like.
I don't either.
I don't want to either.
No.
Oh god, this is the fucking freakish Gnome Festival again.
Have you missed it? We're at like 10:58 p.m. on the evening of the Gnome Festival.
Sorry, I was drawing.
Yeah, you missed the whole Gnome Festival.
I was drawing this thing.
Sucks to be you.
Just way too long. I started doing the same thing as you do.
What?
Where they're too long.
What are
Too long bodied.
Oh, is that a problem?
No, I don't think so.
As long as you own it, it's not a big deal. Tell those horse people that they can go away and draw their own short-bodied horses. Yeah, it's more of a problem when I make my plushies too long. And then they just kind of dip in the middle. Like, oh dear. We're not talking about noodles, they can be as long as you like. But like, anything with 4 legs that has to stand upright.
Yeah.
Like this Kitsune plush that I'm working on, like Kitsune / Carbuncle. And it's got these 4 long spindly legs and this body, and I just made it too long so the legs just kind of slide outwards. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
This is why I can't have nice things. I made it with Copics and I broke them. What can you do?
So yeah, my pencil is charging, I'm doing a little bit of shoulder exercise because I've been sitting like a goddamn Kremlin again.
Kremlin? You've been sitting like the Kremlin? That doesn't sound very healthy.
His bathroom just really offends me on a deep level, I'd like to point out.
I drew very much from The Bachelor life. I got literally,
To be honest, sorry. If you truly wanted to go for the male bachelor, it should just have been a TV on top of some boxes with like a sofa in front of it.
I was trying to go for like the guy who wants to be like swanky.
Yeah.
And buys kind of like one of those slightly pre-furnished kind of apartments.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. You know, like a pad.
Yeah.
I believe that's the phrase that they use.
I think so, yeah.
A lad pad? I don't know. Do they call it that? They probably
pad.
don't
Oh my
call.
god.
But anyway, that's what this is. It's a lad pad. Oh god, I'm sorry. I don't know why
if it's not a term, it is now.
I don't know why that's making me laugh so hard for some reason.
A lad pad.
A lad pad. I don't.
Good god.
No, I legitimately I googled on my phone. Let me see if I can still. I think I've got the results still up. I literally googled a man pad house layout, and this was like one of the first floor plans that came up. See, you can see on the phone. Nobody else can, but you can. Look, see.
Oh yeah, it is very much a lad pad.
It's like so I literally googled man pad house layout, and this is what came up.
I love it.
Like with the furniture kind of as well. I just edited it slightly. Like the kitchen counters weren't quite so much like this, and but yeah, see the bathroom has like this weird little inlet where the toilet sits in between there and the shower, which is kind of like in a wet room. So that's why it's this offensively laid out.
You know,
this one doesn't have a balcony, but I figured he could do with some fresh air.
Yeah.
Because I'm generous like that. But there, see you go. That's this is a literal lad pad, according to Google.
Google ain't wrong.
No.
I
mean, it's also, like I said, I furnished it and then just kind of I just that's why I don't think he has very many decorations. See, I'm just planning on every single time there's a holiday. There's a fruitcake still sitting there. Every time there's a holiday, I'll do the whole rummage in the box for decorations thing.
Yeah.
And then he'll just slowly build up decorations in his house.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I thought so. Just like these gnomes are going outside.
Can't you just sell them on like...
I could, but where would the fun in that be?
Yeah, no, you're right. Where would the fun be?
There we go. This guy can have like... Thus spake Zarathustra.
I do.
You do what? Are you Zarathustra?
Yes.
This whole time? Did you thus spake? You spaketh thus? Ah, well, that solves that problem.
Oops.
Excellent. Hey, it's orange juice. Funny introduction.
Oh, we're finally getting some other sim.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. Talking to Sergio Leon. I guess he's working out. Hey there, Mr. Juice. How you doing? Oh, excellent. Excellent. He's one of the first sims I've got to actually complete the milestones. The first milestone.
Like he's not
and you have
doing
to be
anything.
funny to 5 people. Join the comedian branch of the entertainment career. Well, we're on the way for that. Write 3 comedy routines. Dude, I've already done that, but okay. And level 4 out of 6 comedy skill. Okay, so this one's not so much of a hard one.
Mm-hmm.
Describe the robot invasion. Okay, yeah, you know what? Also do that. And tell a joke about penguins. No, where's it gone? Penguins. Elephants, penguins. Oh, yeah, why don't you do a knock-knock? Oh, he's uncomfortable.
Wait, what?
Orange juice is uncomfortable. Probably because I'm telling him a knock-knock joke. That made you uncomfortable yesterday, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm. It's not my fault you can't take high-class humour.
Yeah, you're right. It's all my fault.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. Okay, well, he's standing outside in the rain and he's getting uncomfortable about it. So we're just going to speed this up so I don't have to watch him be uncomfortable for as long.
Uh-huh.
That's what triple speed is really for. You don't have to sit through it as much. Okay.
I'll be right there.
What? Why? What's up? Oh, he just embarrassed himself. Go take a shower, boy. Oh, orange juice appears to be in Melon Soda's house. I guess it's a lad pad thing? Okay, go ahead. Ask him about his career. Why not?
I mean...
Orange is locker room attendant at the other sports team. Actually, that's kind of funny. The other sports team. I can appreciate that. Oop. That's a very purple Karen you got there.
Yes. I was trying something out about Clip Studios being a bit of a butt.
Oh. What were you trying out?
I was gonna try some more with like colored layers, but
Ooh.
it's lagging so badly.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Dude, what's that all about?
I'm like, fine, I'll just do my usual.
That's frustrating, because I
Yeah.
really like the colored layers thing. You mean the stuff you did on Bahamut, right?
Yes,
I liked that a lot.
but I'm gonna have to do that basically on my PC if I want to do that. And my PC, like, it involves like, okay, I have a perfectly good regular tablet. But I'm so used to drawing on a screen now that switching back to it is a real issue.
It seems fair.
I feel kind of like a spoiled little like binge, but at the same time I wouldn't want to buy like one of those cheapo screen tablets.
Oh, what, like I forget what they're called.
Why did I Huion?
Is that Huion? Huion?
Wait, no, I use Huion for something, don't I?
I feel like yeah. Those ones anyway that people say that they're pretty good though. So
yeah, except with Clip Studio, apparently like the pressure sensitivity just doesn't play nice with it.
Yeah, not worth the like your time is worth more than that, right?
Yeah, that's really usually my issue.
That's the thing I always have, like weighing up actually how much. Yes, sure, a product is more expensive, but how much money am I saving versus how much time am I going to spend working around the issues?
I mean, yeah, exactly, but that's also the other issue I find with I was gonna say something smart, but apparently my brain isn't like, nah.
Sorry.
That is not a thing you ever do, woman. Nah, when it comes to drawing,
Oops, he's supposed to be at work.
Yeah. Who's supposed to be at work?
Melon is supposed to be at work.
Oh no.
No, sorry, he didn't miss it particularly much. Sorry, yeah, carry on.
I don't remember what I was saying. My brain.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. You were saying that you were going to be smart, and then your brain was like, no.
Yeah, no.
That's not a thing you do.
Oh yeah, like Wacom is not great.
Oh yeah.
It's like really, really gone downhill. But I keep seeing people saying, yeah, I know it's shit and all, but I still have the best time with them. Like, yeah, well, I can't afford their products.
Well, I have that tiny, tiny little itty
bitty
Wacom thing. Yeah, it does the job. Now I've managed to turn off that stupid thing. It has the issue it had with Photoshop.
Yeah.
Where if I held the pen down too long, it would open up a freaking menu like I'd right-clicked.
Oh, your god, yeah.
And because of the way I draw, that was pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
So I finally... I mean, it took me months to work out how to turn that off. And I can't remember
also, like,
what it was
Photoshop just would not let you. Like, it would switch it back on.
Well, there was something about... I worked out one way of doing it, but that nuked the pressure sensitivity completely. And there was... I cannot for the life of me remember what I had to do eventually.
No.
But I managed to finally turn the stupid thing off. Oof. So now it works great, and God help me if I have to try and work out how to turn that off again. But, yeah. Apart from that, it works great, but I don't tend to use it that much for anything other than just photo touch-ups.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, like, I got so used to it, like, just having a pen tablet. But also the thing is, like, a lot of those cheaper ones, they're ginormous. I don't have space for a huge pen tablet. I mean, screen tablet, there we go. I have a pen tablet, that's the whole point.
We do kind of, we share a desk.
Yes.
So it's kind of,
yeah, we do not have a lot of space. No.
Primarily, the desk involves, my stuff. My work stuff. My plushy stuff. It's just like plush, disembodied plush limbs. Pieces like
I swear that's just like, that's just such a plush maker thing though, like... For the longest time, we had like a carbuncle leg. It was kind of like a drumstick that was just lying around, and sometimes the dogs would pick it up.
It was a prototype, I hasten to add. It wasn't like
actual
clients.
Yeah, no.
I'm very careful with actual plushies.
Yeah.
Like, like trigger warning, blood and horrific injury, I guess. Yesterday, I mean, it's always fun when you have to stop work because you stabbed yourself with a sewing needle and you're bleeding. Because I don't think anybody appreciates, like, biohazard on plushie.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I'm bleeding. Now I have to put the plush down and walk very carefully away. And I guess that's me, like, stopping work for the evening.
Yeah, I literally was like, no, you do not continue.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't have continued, right? No, but I was like, okay.
I'm really careful.
It's time for bed now, bye.
Yeah, exactly. It's like hoping you weren't staying up late to finish anything, because we sleeping now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so much fun. Not. The number of times I've stabbed my freaking self with sewing needles.
Yeah, it's
or
always
sliced
gives me
into
heaps,
myself
like,
with scissors. Dear God. The worst. I hate it.
Oh, I thought you loved it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really into it. God, I think I've told you before, right, about a girl I used to go to uni with, who actually, like, admitted to me...
Oh my god! Sorry, yeah.
I mean, it's fair enough and all, but she admitted to me that she gets really turned on when she gets vaccines and stuff, and jabs. Like, she specifically picked the birth control injection because, like, it made her so...
tingly.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I really love it. Like, oh yeah, just like the feeling of it going into my skin, and like, I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm kind of envious, honestly. Like, I'm no kink shaming here.
No, exactly.
Like, it would make life so much easier if I wasn't so horrifically afraid of needles.
Yeah, like, it's for you, it's really when the needles, like, inject you the thingy, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the thing. Okay, I pierced my own ear.
Yeah.
Fine with that. I stab myself on a regular basis with sewing needles because that's what happens. Or pins as well. Like, you're sewing something and, you know, it's pinned. And, accidentally you put it down and a pin went into the side of your hand. And, you know, ouch. Whatever. It's like, oh, that hurt. I'm fine, though. But actual injections? Ooh.
It's so funny to me.
Like, oh my god, this one time, I think she said it was an ingrown toenail, but as far as I'm aware, those things tend to keep coming back. Like, I thought she said I was going to keep needing to get that sorted out, but I didn't have to. So I'm like, I don't know if maybe that's not the case. Anyway, whatever. Poor lady. I think she was pretty pissed off with me by the end, though, because she got out this massive syringe. Like, it was the biggest syringe I've ever seen. Like, a joke comedy-sized syringe, you know. And she was gonna anaesthetize my toe so she could cut away a slice of the nail. And she sticks it in my toe, and holy crap! I could not stop myself from kicking. So, and I kick. And she's like, okay, well, could you not do that? I'm like, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm not doing this on purpose. Like, I'm holding my leg steady with my hands. And still, she puts the freaking thing in, and I'm like, kick. Eventually, she's like, I think we've got enough anesthetic in there now. So we're just going to hope that you can't feel it anymore. I'm like, oh god, help. This was quite some time ago. So I had my mum and me holding my leg down. And I had my eyes shut, so I couldn't theoretically tell when she was gonna, like, inject the thing. But it didn't work. The minute my foot felt like comedy large syringe getting even remotely close, I was like, kick.
So are you telling me you should just like the dog?
Yes.
Like, you give the dog shit while you're exactly the same.
Yes. I also did not like having my toenails trimmed. At least I wasn't screaming, though. I swear, every time we trim the dog's toenails, the neighbours must think we're murdering a chicken.
Yeah.
Because, oh my god, they screamed like we are killing them.
Yeah.
I mean, the boy dog screams anyway. What's that? Accidentally brushed against his, like, side while you were going on your way from one place to another, and he got in the way. Scream!
That child is short.
Touch his ears when he's not expecting it. Scream. He screamed. Yeah.
If he ever stops to scream, I'd be concerned at this
point. It's true. It's like a character. Did you just drop your food on the floor, my friend? Okay, well, be my guest, I guess. What's all this? Who are you chatting with? Oh. Oh, hey, me matey. Cool. I don't know who you are, but you're wearing the same trousers as me. Ooh. Exciting. And your jumper has llamas on it. Wonderful. A true friend.
I still can't believe that if you don't know what the fuck they are, they just show up as, like, winged llamas in their portrait.
It's brilliant. I'm kind of sad that we never actually made friends with the winged llama person. Because I can't call them or, like, invite them round or anything. Just mysterious winged llama person till the end of time. Chat. Just chat to everyone you know who is a fruit. Everyone else can just come in and out of his life. The fruit people are the ones that matter, right? Or is that too pro-fruit?
No, I think you're fine.
Haircut disasters. A short comedy routine. Quality poor. Seems legit.
It sounds pretty dreadful.
Form routine. Llamas. Quality poor. Then I guess you should probably write. No. Comedy. Compose short routine. Oh, you would be able to if Sergio Leone was not on your PC. Along with Gavin Richards, who you've literally just met. Cybersecurity is not really your thing, is it, Melon?
I mean, have you looked at him? He's the kind of guy who gets like the scary. Ooh, I've seen what you've been like looking at when you're busy.
And
And
actually
pays.
pays the Bitcoin. Yeah. You're right. Unfortunate, isn't it? You know what? I don't even. Yeah, Skylar Martinez, you can come over to this house. I mean, I've got to go to work, but you can come over, hang at my house. It's fine. Let me perform this comedy routine first. Great. Perform. What's the deal with llamas? Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
You're late for work.
Actually, what's the deal with llamas in this game? Like, is it?
I think it's a running joke. The llamas are a thing. Look at these 3 random strange men that he let in his house when he went to work. It's a typical lad pad. A mad lad pad. Ooh. Okay. Wow.
I'm laughing.
Yeah, but not audibly, which makes me feel sad. That's better. Keep that up. It's okay, sweetie. Just act like you care while the mic is on. We can talk later.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
My shoulder's being a jerk, but
I'm
trying really hard not to complain about it, but it's just very
frustrating.
frustrating.
Would you like a cushion or a scarf or a microwavable small animal? By which I mean one of those things filled with like, what is it? Is it wheat and lavender?
Yeah.
The microwavable warm hot water bottles, but without the water.
I mean, technically our dog's also microwave.
Yeah, technically they fit in the microwave. But I don't actually want to go there, thanks.
Do not.
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Oh, he got promoted again. Actually, I think he might be doing better than any other Sim.
Dude, is he just...
Well, he's a man. He's like I was going to call him a white man, but he's green technically, so... You know what I mean. He's... Actually, I think most of these characters are green, so technically he's in the majority at the moment.
But yeah, like male comedians, something.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, women aren't good at comedy, right? Actually, yeah.
I do honestly wonder if it mostly has to do with just women having a different sense of humor, like...
Maybe don't press my Windows key again. Yeah, I think, like, legitimately, not only women having a different sense of humor, but also, in part, for the same reason that, that woman, for example, who you saw all the time, briefly on, what's it called? That Reddit page, like the neckbeardy type one.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the woman who said she was getting her PC in.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone was like, "Oh my god, I bet it's pink." Oh, like as long as they're like, "Oh, you don't play," it's just like Barbie's horse farming game or whatever. I think it was like Minecraft, but whatever.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just assume that women aren't any good at stuff. So even if they are good, they're never going to be accepted.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of crazy also in that mindset, because I feel that game design has actually gotten worse.
That doesn't surprise me.
Since I worked there.
Yeah, I think a lot of places have actually got worse more recently.
It's kind of nuts.
I think partly, and I'm not saying this as a woman in the games industry, because I'm not. And I never have been, and I never will be. I mean, in the games industry, obviously. What? Host 50 bronze or better social events across all Sims. It doesn't even make sense. I didn't host an event.
Is it perhaps the housewarming part?
Well, I'm wondering if I'm wondering if it's the if it's including the holidays.
Oh.
Even though they don't have like rankings per se.
Yeah.
I've never had that before, which is weird to me. Anyway, and I feel like I've played Sims long enough. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I feel like it's got worse. I mean, and I'm looking at this from a point of view of LGBTQ plus spin. So I'm going to assume that it's a similar issue for other minorities, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Not that women are necessarily minorities, but you get what I mean. And I don't want to generalize, but I'm going to have to, just purely because the nature of my statement is general.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of it's pushback from people who are starting to see their comfortable power unseated.
Yeah.
By, you know, the, I don't know, quote-unquote liberal new order. With everyone kind of getting a fair chance, and actually more, let's say everyone getting a fair chance, everyone isn't, but it was leaning that way for a little while, and then there seems to have been a pushback, and again, I can't imagine it's anything other than just a lot of people who were extremely comfortable being the top purely by dint of their gender, skin colour, race, etc. And now they're actually having to fight with people who have more talent than them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no, I don't like that.
No, for sure.
And, you know, I feel like that's maybe... Like, technically there is enough space for everyone. It's quite a large world with quite a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
But, if everyone had that attitude, we wouldn't have billionaires, would we?
Things the world doesn't need. Those.
I mean, rich people, sure, absolutely. The world does need rich people, but it doesn't need billionaires and the ridiculous amount of imbalance that we've got at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing against people who are more well off than me.
In order to buy my product.
Well,
actually, it's often not the people who are better off than me, too.
No, that's the other problem. I think the most generous people I've ever met have been the people with less.
Yeah.
But, I mean, which is just... It's awful. I feel terrible about it. Like, I feel bad taking people's money.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's
like, even though, for example, if somebody gives me a plush commission...
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm providing a service, and you are paying for, like, essentially my art.
Yeah.
But I feel awful about it. It's so silly.
It's like, you perfectly accept... Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm literally providing you with art that you want. And you are paying for that art. But anyway, it feels weird. I don't... Anyway. Oh, a violet. Wow, magical. Oh, right. Ah, cool. She's actually pretty funky. Okay, that is the sort of thing that he probably would have in his bedroom. Ooh, woo.
Oh god, it is as well.
Yeah. He has an animu. Nah. But yeah, no, like, rich people. The world does need rich people. But there's rich and there's rich. And then there's, like... But then that said, I mean, rich people are basically paupers compared to billionaires.
Yeah, exactly that as well.
So, you know, where do we draw the line?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a stupid person.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not what one would call the smart. I'd quite like to be rich someday too. Richer.
Yeah, I'd like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I think that's really what I'm going for.
That's the thing. Like, I would like to be able to buy clothes without considering how many holes are in my old clothes.
Yeah.
And, like, buy more than one new pair of shoes every 2 years.
Exactly. Like, oh.
Yeah, but I these ones aren't leaking yet, so...
Gonna talk about my shoes as well.
Yes, no, exactly. I feel terrible, but because I've had a pair of shoes more recently than you.
It's the thing though, like, yeah, sometimes I buy nice things, but I'm also an incredible cheapskate, like, with other things.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to only buy things that will definitively make me happy and I have a use for.
Yeah.
And every now and then we treat ourselves because we're sad.
Yeah.
which I will admit I'm grateful to be able to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I mean, yeah, someday I would like to be comfortable enough to be able to buy what I want.
Yeah.
Without having to necessarily strictly budget for it. Like, what's that? You need a new iPad? Yeah. Cool. You can buy that.
Yeah.
Rather than like, what's that? You need a new iPad? Well, better hope that you've managed to save enough to get a new iPad before the old one literally stops working.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
No, absolutely.
But you know.
Girl can dream.
Yeah. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. No. Nah. I would also admittedly like to just be able to sew properly without, like, my health getting in the way.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Yeah, my shoulder's just an asshole,
Here,
like I said.
here, let me help. Let me rub your shoulder boulder. You shouldy
You should
woldy.
be gaming.
I am gaming. Look, see, he's still moving. You can't really see him. He's gone to bed and I've left him underneath your Kieran's butt. But he's underneath your Kieran's butt.
Uh-huh.
What's that? Is that better?
Yes, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just my right shoulder.
This one?
Yeah. That bit there, exactly.
This one right here?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah? Oh.
Punch it.
Oh no, I gave you a massage in public. What are we gonna do? Was this a date?
This must have been a date, according to The Sims.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh, all tingly.
Did I get gold rank? Ooh, I left her tingly.
Oh,
Baby.
call me, maybe. Is that not how I'm supposed to be doing this?
No, that's absolutely. I mean, it's crazy. I didn't just meet you, so.
You didn't mute me.
No, I did not. Whew, meet someone new. Why did I put a pin in that? Don't like that. Meet someone new. Nah, not happening. Comedy routine. And at what point do you work? In 7 hours time. Cool. I see he's nocturnal now.
That's a mood.
Well, it shouldn't be.
For the longest time, I used to think, like, okay, so my family was always like, wow, you're like such a night owl, like, you know, oh, like you're really like and I was like, turns out I'm not actually a night owl at all.
No, you were just, what is that, revenge?
Yeah, revenge bedtiming. I
bedtiming.
know I keep bringing it up, but it's just so funny to me still. Like,
it is funny to me because also same.
Like I kind of want to go to bed around 10 if it's up to me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's pretty much what we usually do on like non-streaming nights.
yeah.
It's 10 o'clock. That's bedtime.
Yeah, exactly.
And streaming nights, it's like 11 maybe.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I always feel weird when I stay up later than that now.
Yeah, like for the longest time we went to bed late, but that was just.
But admittedly, for me, it's been a really big thing. Like last year, I know I keep saying about Headspace, but we started listening to the Headspace sleep casts at night.
Yeah, like literally about a year ago now.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
February. It was when you were away in the Netherlands.
Yeah, because my GP was like, you should try that. I was like,
Yeah, and it took us a while to get around to it, but then
Yeah.
you were away and I was like having real trouble sleeping.
Yeah.
And YouTube I think kept putting the adverts on and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna freaking try it.
Yeah.
I'll use the free trial. And it was honestly really good. And I've slept pretty much every single night.
Because you have real sleep issues.
I did. I used to be like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like 3 if I was really lucky. And I'd be absolutely knackered the next day. And I wouldn't get up until maybe like 10:30.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've actually been sleeping.
Yeah.
It's insane. it's great. It's like it's amazing.
Yeah.
I really can't sing the praises of sleep well enough.
Yeah, well, I just sleep. Like, I don't know what's up with me, but generally speaking, it's actually, I don't go as quickly to sleep as I used to back when I still had a day job, because the moment my head hits the pillow, I'm just out.
Well, that's fair. But also, I mean, quite frankly, you last had a day job in end of 2019?
Yeah.
So 2020's not exactly been a brilliant year for sleeping. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I know. I always feel, even though it's a perfectly legitimate thing, I always feel really weird and kooky talking about, like, oh, meditation. But, like, really, the sleep cast, that's all they are, is their meditation. And they've got a few of these breathing routines and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, one of the ones I know you can't do because of your asthma.
Yeah,
but there's the whole, like,
stresses me out,
was it breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, and then breathe out for 6?
Yeah.
Which I know is technically an actual thing to use for anxiety. Like, it's supposed to be one of those things that can help prevent a panic attack, I think.
Yeah.
And it's breathing out for longer than you breathe in it works. It does actually help calm everything down, I guess. But one of my favourites is this thing they call noting.
God. I actually do it now. It works. It works so well.
It really does. I mean, even if I don't do the actual noting thing, which I will explain in a second, probably very badly, so please correct me if I'm screwing it up. But even if I don't do that, just the breathing works really well. So basically, you breathe in on 1, out on 2, in on 3, out on 4, and you just keep on like that until you reach 10, and then you start from the beginning again. So you just kind of count matching your breath. And then if you get thoughts, you kind of, the phrase they use is a little kind of cheesy. But like touch the word, just really light labeling of the word. Like a feather touching the rim of a glass. Something like that.
Yeah.
And you mark, if you find yourself thinking, you just say, oh, thought. And you push it away and you stop and you just focus on the counting and the breath. And if you find yourself feeling something, you go, oh, feeling, and you push it away and you just focus on the breath and the counting. And even if I don't do the whole like, oh, thought, oh, feeling, just actually, I mean, I guess it's just a glorified meditative version of counting sheep. But counting sheep never used to work for me.
It just amuses the hell out of me, yeah.
Counting sheep never worked for me. But for some reason, that noting exercise does super work for me. Then I just find myself focusing on the counting, but my brain always needs something else to chew on. I can't just focus on numbers and breathing. 2 or 3 other things is the standard. So then I'll just like think up stories in my head while I focus on the counting. Then there isn't any room for my horrible doom thinking, which is of course what used to keep me up at night all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like thinking about how many commissions I had open, thinking about who I was letting down, thinking about the fact that everyone I loved was going to die. And that's before 2020. It's been one of my, I guess, biggest problems. What's up with you? Do you not have a toilet? No, you don't need to pee. Okay, weird.
Wow, okay, yeah, no
you
playlist. Okay.
What's up?
So my playlist it pulled out
that thing we weren't going to talk about.
No. It pulled out the Coils of Bahamut.
Yeah.
And then I did the Shadow of the Colossus End theme. It's like, no, it's okay. I don't need to feel happy. It's just depression. So that's why I was gonna bring it up. My playlist is like.
We were all like, hey, we're going to stop talking about the fact that you're listening to music that we're not listening to on stream. And your playlist was like, bitch, hold my beer.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, no, it's all good. It's all good. And it's like, no.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, no. And I mean, the sleep casts are nice. But I think you can get stuff on YouTube for free. I just happen to particularly like these ones. Also because, like you said, YouTube's not as heavy on my iPad.
Yeah.
As far as apps go.
Yeah.
Because, and Headspace, like, if I'm still awake after the sleepcast finishes, I'll put on one of their, like, nature sounds
They're
or
really
whatever.
nice.
They're super relaxing.
And they're like 500-minute ones.
Yeah, you can set them to 500 minutes, so they're sometimes still playing when I'm waking up in the morning, which is it's nice. I like it a lot. But no, I will admit, I've been sleeping. Even in I don't even want to know how much I wouldn't be sleeping in 2020.
God no.
And again, 2021's pretty freaking depressing too. We'll find that as 2020 and 2021 have kind of gone on, I'm finding myself risking falling back into bad sleeping habits again just because I am miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not nearly as difficult these days.
Mm.
Do you find, well, I mean, yeah, obviously you find it difficult because we were literally just talking about the fact that you're having trouble.
Oh, yeah. No,
but I think it's
like,
pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
For you to...
Yeah, considering the stuff and the thing I've had to deal with.
Well, yeah, you had a pretty god-awful year as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy.
So I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Oh, come on. iPad. It's not that heavy a file. Deal with it.
Yeah, like, what have you got on that file?
Nothing. Oh, great.
That's what I mean. Like, it's...
My iPad also has more, like, disk space than it has in, like, a long time.
You deleted a whole load of stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, like 6
That's
gig.
pretty. God, I love the colour scheme on that bad boy.
Thank.
I wonder what it would look like as a plush.
Oh my god, here you go again.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, my brain the other day was like, hey, make like a deer unicorn plush.
Yeah.
Karen are kind of deer unicorns, right?
They are. They
God,
are.
That's so pretty, though. But, I mean, the leggies, they would be difficult to do. I'd have to...
Airbrush.
I don't like airbrushing Minky, because if you airbrush onto Minky...
Yeah.
The plush, it just gets kind of...
It gets that nasty hard texture, right?
And
like, yeah.
Just, ugh. I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's like a ASD type thing.
Yeah.
But the textural issues I have with that, like I'd have to print the Minky, I think, custom print it or dye it. I mean, I do need to get into custom dyeing.
Yeah.
I wonder if I could. I wonder if I could just dip dye the pieces. But then there's like the light. I mean, technically, if the dyeing works, I could start with like a yellowish. No, I'd have to start with a white Minky.
Yeah, because of the
and then
darker.
Dip it into pink, then dip the top into purple over the pink, and then dip the lower half into the yellow.
Yeah.
Or I could just do that.
Sure.
Oh, did it crash?
Yeah, it crashed.
How much did you lose?
Not too much, I don't think.
Oh.
I hope.
Fingers crossed. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
It's because I was admiring it, right?
That's
what happens. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, gosh, don't worry. It does this regularly anyway.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it any better.
It's
nice
okay.
Sage file.
Yes, I know. I was like, okay, cool. Come on, babe. You can do
I mean,
this.
or I could just do that thing that I do with layering plush instead.
Oh my god.
And give it feathers, ankle feathers.
Yes. Oops. I was gonna turn this into an adopt, but now
into a what?
An adopt.
Oh no, you can turn it into adopt. I can do something else. I just like the colour scheme. So as long as whoever adopts it from you doesn't mind if I use a little bit of the colour scheme.
No, exactly.
I mean, I'm not going to copy it one-on-one anyway. My stuff doesn't look like your stuff. Except when you do my, what's the word I'm looking for? Reference images?
Yes.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, does baby need to pee? And sleep. Yes. That's the shower, not the toilet, but okay. Dude. Okay. Did you... Yeah, you completed that. Okay, cool. Zoomy, little boy.
Zoomy.
Zoomy into the showery wowery. Oh, you miserable wizable. He's miserable wizable. Poor boy. I'm gonna stop.
It's like, it's okay. This is fine.
It's terrible wearable. Uh-oh, can he afford bills? He cannot!
What? He can't pay his
He
bills?
can't afford his bills. Uh-oh. They're gonna shut off your power, my friend. How will you write your comedy now? He literally doesn't have enough to pay his bills.
Oh Jesus, this is kind of tragic.
What can I say? Frat life. Right?
Yeah,
He's
this
literally a
probably
starving artist at this point.
Oh my god.
It's because basically I made the house too big, so he's paying... Like,
That sounds so great. You know?
basically, yeah, the house lot taxes are like $1,750. Power is $103. Water's $4. Tax breaks and penalties, it's like $2,786. Basically, like additional taxes, credits, and penalties potentially derived from various gameplay elements, including lot traits, sim traits, items on lot, and more. Basically, it's to do with like, the items he has. So his expensive fridge, his like cooker. Like, all this stuff. Like, he's got a pretty quality shower in there.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, he's living beyond his means.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sorry for the boy, really.
It's kind of like not any fault of his own.
No, at this point, it's not. Didn't mean to open that menu. Get leftovers, please. Get out of bed. Your friend is here. And you need to eat food. But yeah, no, I feel pretty bad for him, honestly. But yeah, they're gonna cut off his water and his power. Until he can afford to pay his bills.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said I didn't hope this would happen. Just a little bit. Just a smidgy widgy. Just the tiniest bit.
Is
Thing
it
is, it
because you
means
gave him a
he's not-
lad pad where you're like literally just sitting going like hey, hey, hey.
Well, I mean, no, but also yes. But in a way, I needed that to happen to at least one of my Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the rest of them, I gave them enough money to live.
Yeah, no, fair.
And, I just felt a little bad for him because he's not going to be able to write his routines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he's not going to be as likely to get... See, this is highlighting the inequality of accessibility of resources. Because without his PC working, without power, his PC won't work. Without his PC working, he can't refine and write his comedy routines. Meaning he can't necessarily advance at work.
That's kind of true.
I mean, he's just got a promotion, so my point is kind of moot. But technically, without the resources available to do his job properly and improve at his job, he can't advance in his job.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning he's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Not earning enough money to pay his bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he just ends up in this,
Like a
this
real
hopeless
person.
spiral, yeah.
Exactly, this hopeless spiral where he spends all his money on bills, doesn't have enough to run his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. And it's awful. But it's an amazing example. An amazing example of society, I guess. I mean, to be fair, his work did just give him a Rock of Ages retro stereo. So if he really cared, I guess he could probably,
Everyone's saying you can just sell it, right? Like,
yeah, exactly, he could. I'm not going to make him do that because I feel like he cares too much about things. But I mean, also I gave him like $1,000 trash can, which I can't help but feel is actually, yeah, if he needs to, that thing it's actually quite expensive. That stereo. He also doesn't have anywhere to put it, dude. His lad pad is useless as regards to wall space.
yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, is this practical? The answer is no.
Yeah, right? Like, can I even fit? Oh, I can fit that there. Cool. He can just have it opposite his kitchen, I guess. There we go. But yeah, no, if you really needed to, he could just sell that. So it's not a perfect analogy, but you see my point.
Yeah,
Access to resources is important for people to, be able to pull themselves out of the spiral they're in. Even if they are slovenly bachelor comedians.
Yeah.
Who keep getting promotions at work and are actually doing perfectly fine, thank you very much. They just live outside of their means.
That's also very accurate, right? Like, the constant, like...
Well, yeah, you gotta like, fake it till you make it, right?
Also that thing, like, all those people, like, I keep hearing about, like, living in the big cities who drive, like, these really fancy cars, but then they live in, like, basically on a mattress, like, somewhere, like... I'm like, wait, what?
Well, yeah, because otherwise, how are you going to get everybody to believe that you're a big shot?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's right.
So it just amuses me in a way. Like,
I mean, he has a comedy routine called literally Pit of Judgment, which I think he's in right now. So he's just gonna, that's what I'm gonna make him do, refine his comedy routine, Pit of Judgment.
mm-hmm.
While the power company shuts off his electricity in a bit. It's perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like that's literally the thing. You've got to like drive the latest sports car. I mean, I guess some people probably do it for the same reason that people buy all the latest fancy gear and equipment, like and gadgets, even though they can't actually afford it.
Yeah.
Like, quote unquote, because I want to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. I mean, for the same reason that everyone who's in, say, a multi-level marketing scheme is told to make it look like they're earning the big bucks, even though they're not. Literally that fake it till you make it thing.
Yeah. This is partially true.
What do you... Well,
I mean, like, the fake, like...
I don't necessarily think... There's a very limited set of circumstances where
fair.
literally fake it till you make it is viable.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a certain amount of, I can't even think what they are right now.
Yeah.
But I guess, in business as well, you've got to have that whole narcissistic thing going on, haven't you? To get other people to believe in your business.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe in your business, how is anybody else going to believe in your business?
Yeah. God, just...
Even saying that made me feel dirty, I have you know.
Yeah, but that just reminded me of the fact that I literally got, like, sacked on my master's thesis because I didn't... I failed my master's thesis the first time around. Got my bachelor, didn't get my master because, get this, I didn't believe enough in myself.
That is just the dumbest
I was too critical. I was like, you what?
Yeah. It's just proof that it's a male-centric industry, personally, I think. Run by narcissists. But no, you can't run stuff like... I guess you can run stuff like that like a business. I mean, game design is a business.
Yeah.
But, I mean, imagine, Michelangelo. Wow, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, give you my money to paint things. Because even though your skills humble me, you don't believe enough in yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you don't believe you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, you might as well just be dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the first time I remember, actually, I'd forgotten all about that. Holy shit.
I was like, yeah, you can have your bachelor, but you can't have your master yet because you don't believe enough. You say, you what, mate?
It's ridiculous. You have 24 hours to pay your bills before your water's shut off. The land grab power company has shut off the power to your house. Pay your bills to get it turned back on. Hope you weren't interested in using that PC. Because, nope. Power's been shut off. Pay your bills. Can't refine any comedy routines. Can I use the mic? Yes, I can actually. I can use the mic. I should be able to use at least the electric guitar. I mean, not electric guitar, the acoustic guitar is what I meant to say.
We're literally just seeing, like, what happens.
No. Just as well there were no leftovers in the fridge, because, can't use that either.
God.
You can have a salad from the fridge, so there's that at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least his shower still works. And his toilet. I don't know. Oh, his toilet still works because he hasn't been cut off from the water yet. Otherwise he's going to have to go outside and use a bush. At least he's a dude, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, it shouldn't be too difficult for him.
I mean, as long as he only needs number 1Zs. Number 2Z in the bushes is a lot harder. For anyone.
Maybe he likes a challenge. He can write a fun comedy routine about his suffering.
No, it's, I mean...
Isn't that what people say? Like, artists have to suffer in order to, create
exactly.
the best art?
Absolutely.
Fuck anyone who says that, by the way.
No, it's absolutely incorrect.
Suffering artists.
People do not write their best stuff. I mean, yeah, sure, having an experience gives you material.
Yeah.
But living in poverty and discomfort does not, in fact, make people...
No!
Bare their artistic souls. It just makes them unhappy. And funnily enough, unhappy people don't work well.
Wow.
Who knew? Let's see. If you carry on working your butt off, maybe in the next couple days, you'll be able to pay your bills, friend.
iPad Playhouse.
Maybe.
Playhouse iPad, I do not ask much of you.
Okay, so your bills are 4,555 simoleons, and you bring home 270 simoleons a day, and you have 3,526 simoleons, so in just under 4 days, no, around about 4 days, as long as you don't spend any money on anything else, you should be fine. Sorted, right?
Yeah.
It's just as well that Christmas isn't tomorrow. I mean, wait, it is. For him, I mean.
Jesus. You are cruel to this poor man.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm legitimately, I'm trying to make a point.
Yeah.
Fine, do you think I should sell his stereo? I don't think he wants to sell his stereo.
I don't think he could just live without.
Has he got anything else to sell? No, not really. I could sell his bin, I suppose.
You could just like...
Do you think the fruitcake could be worth anything on the black market?
It's worth a shot! Out of everything, I'm gonna say yeah, fruitcake. Jesus, that's still there!
Yes. It's told you, it doesn't go bad.
I don't know, like...
Okay.
Sure, it doesn't go bad, but...
Oh my god, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to, but I'm gonna have to quick play a break.
No!
Yeah, I'll be right back.
No.
I will, I'll be right back.
You can't do this to me.
I can. You're gonna have to hold up.
No. I'm just gonna sit here in silence. Go.
Okay.
Go.
I can sit here in silence and don't say a word. Challenge.
Please go! I'm mostly worried about this guy, like, I don't know, setting the house on fire with his guitar. In the darkness. Is this one of those things for me? Like, I feel like, I could be wrong, in the Netherlands it takes quite a lot for electricity to be, like, turned off. So despite, like, having grown up really poor, I've never experienced the electricity actually getting shut off. We got a lot of angry reminders about the fact we hadn't paid our bills, though. I know. So whenever I play this, I'm like, oh yeah, those days. I shouldn't overwork this adoptable, really. Like, I know...
What do you know?
Oh no, I know, like, my adoptables and all, like, I kind of overwork them in a way, and, like... I'm like, meh.
Do you think they're gonna form a union?
Yes! Soon enough.
Mm.
No, I was just saying that, like, it's really interesting to me, like, when it comes to, like, shutting down power and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they do it that quickly in the Netherlands.
No.
Like, it takes a lot.
Well, I mean, dude, he didn't pay his bills for, like, 1 day and they shut down his power.
I know, but, like, if I compare it to, like, say, the American stories.
Yes, it's true.
Like,
I don't really know. Over here... I think...
over here they just don't send the bills on time. They're like, hey, you have until, like, I get the bill on, like,
you have until 3
Monday.
days ago to pay your bill.
I'm like, dude!
Whoop.
The date on this was, like, from 2 weeks ago. I only just got it. What the...
I think over here, if you don't pay your bills a lot, they'll put you on a meter.
Oh yeah, you
like,
can basically get on the naughty list.
Essentially, yeah. So you have to go on a meter and you have to, like, use the prepaid keys. I
That's
had one of
nasty.
them one time when I was at uni. Not because we didn't pay the bill, but because I think the landlord of our uni rental just didn't want to deal with the bill. So we had to go and feed the meter. And one time, Basically, I used to feed the meter all the damn time, and it was with my own money.
Mm.
And my flatmates never paid at all, ever. So I was like, okay, dudes, I'm gonna stop feeding the meter.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just do it yourself for a bit, because I think I've paid enough, don't you? It's been like a couple £100 at this point.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I noticed that we were ticking down, and we were ticking down, and we were ticking down, and we were ticking down. And nobody bothered feeding the meter. And I was like, okay, well, we're on our last, like, couple of pounds on the meter.
Mm-hmm.
And in the morning, I don't think there's going to be enough for more than one person to have a shower before I go to uni. So I got up at 5 in the morning. I had my shower. And I sat and I put my makeup on and I got ready to go to uni, and I just took like a really chill morning, and I read a book and I listened to the screaming as my housemate got in his cold shower. And I felt satisfied. And he, lo and behold, he put money on the meter. You know, once he'd warmed up a little bit.
So hilarious.
It's very satisfying. But this is really like, hey, Annika's a bitch stream. I wasn't gonna have a cold shower.
Mm-mm.
And I knew that by the time he got up and went for his shower, he's sick. It's probably those cold showers. No, I knew that by the time he got up and had his shower and then decided to put money on the meter, it would be too late for me also to go and have a shower.
Oh, yeah.
And get to uni. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Household. Oh, I can't even buy medicine because I haven't paid my bills.
Dude, that seems a bit...
Mm.
Do they, like, lock you inside of your house until you pay your bills?
I guess you're not allowed to, like, spend money on anything other than your bills. Okay, so he's just gonna be sick forever now because I can't afford medicine for him. Well, this really is a fascinating social experiment. You'd think he would sell the stereo.
Yeah, but
nah. Okay, ooh, you need to use the shower. Showery. Enjoy your garden salad. Stop playing the guitar. And then sleep. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe you won't be sick. I mean, he's kind of popping in and out of being sick as well. Like, right now he's just tired and energized. Because tomorrow's Christmas, and he thinks he's going to get presents.
Does he have any friends?
Yes. Of course he does.
Yes?
He has friends. That doesn't mean... Yeah.
I mean, I guess if he's not friends with Father Christmas, he's not getting anything, right?
Well, I mean, Father Christmas doesn't freaking exist, so...
Keep forgetting that he's been exhumed from the game.
I have indeed turned him the hell down. Off is what I meant to say. I don't know why I said down.
Oh, that's
kind of weird. Oh, the water company's shut off the water.
Jesus.
Hope you don't need
How
to
long
pee,
did you say, like...
Oh, another couple days. He's kind of screwed. Seriously, dude. At least the toilet still works, right? Yeah. Good boy.
Well, that's lucky.
Kinda. You can't flush it, though. You can only use it. It's gonna get kinda janky. It's already kinda janky.
Oh, man.
Just a couple more days. You'll be fine. Seriously? You broke the coffee machine. Well done. Yeah, you're cold. Guess what? Can't have a thermostat. No bill. I mean, no. Yeah, your power's been cut off. Okay, Yuzu, maybe don't come and hang around with the green man. I mean, I know she's green too, but... Okay, Yuzu, mostly just get out of the cold, please. I don't trust you. Little Miss, I totally,
Never died.
Yeah. Totally never died. For Winterfest, this broke-ass comedian will give you a short comedy routine called Who Needs Soap? Enjoy! Did she like it? Yes. She did. She liked his terrible comedy routine. I'm so pleased.
Oh, he seems absolutely thrilled.
Yeah, actually, he also just completed the Winterfest thing. Like, he seems happy. You can't see it because it's in the top left of the screen, but cool. Okay, no, maybe asking the small child if she was good or bad wasn't normal. Showered spirit. Just go do that. Also, don't mind the lights. It's dark and there's no running water. Okay. Yeah. Oh, he needs to play video games.
He needs to play.
Yeah, he's a geek sim. You see, he needs to play video games.
Oh my god, I hate him.
Geek sims need to play video games often to soothe their cravings. So he's a video game addict. Maybe this is the best thing for him, honestly. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe to finally get him rid of his... Yeah.
Mhm. Maybe. Did Yuzu leave? Where'd she go? Oh no, she's behind him. That's normal. He's probably sick now though as well, poor man.
That's kind of upsetting, though,
Mhm.
like...
Hey, at least he goes to work today on Christmas. Sick. So he can afford to pay his bills.
Reminds me of the time that I had no time off around Christmas. I was so fucking sick.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no sick leave, so I just went in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, please go home. I was like, no. I don't get paid if I go home. And they were like, Dee, please.
I mean, to be fair, that does make you end up sounding like a super spreader. Which in this time...
Yeah.
This
no.
our plague year.
The thing is, like, no, it's
But
very
yeah.
true. But yeah.
Sick in a non-contagious way.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
But yes.
Like, I was just feeling really miserable. But yeah. Yeah, that was good times. Good times we had.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean you're tired? No, you don't get to be tired. You gotta go to work.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He works in 2 days.
Uh-oh.
You better do some odd... No, you can't do odd jobs because you can't access your PC. Can you get odd jobs from your phone? Nope. Can't find odd jobs. Oh, unavailable bank now. Cool, but check back at 8 AM. Fair, okay. Maybe go to sleep in your cold-ass house.
We can go to sleep in our cold ass house. You should be able to do the same.
Yeah, we can do
Scrub.
that, but we have an electric blanket, so... And it is a godsend. Oof. Can't even. Don't actually know how we lived without putting the electric blanket on at night in a
No.
cold. So otherwise our bedroom's like 2 degrees. And our bedroom's still 2 degrees, but we and the dogs get an electric blanket.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet, sweet electronic warmth.
I never believed in electric blankets until then.
No, right? Like there was one on offer or something, wasn't there?
Yeah,
and
there
we had a
was
voucher or something like that.
And life has never been the same
Yeah.
since.
It's amazing. It's just taking the chill off. It doesn't even need to be like, I mean, it's not like we leave it on overnight unless
No.
we're really, really stupid and then we wake up dying. But yeah. It's just to take the chill off the bed when you get in. It's amazing. And it's so good for old lady joints.
It is. It really is.
Okay, it's 8 a.m. so you can look for odd jobs. No, you cannot. Power has been shut off. Pay your bills. Legitimately. Can't find odd jobs because the power's been shut off.
Oh dear, this is the problem.
Yeah, literally. It's exciting, isn't it? So
basically you have to go to friends then in order to use their PC to
essentially, yeah. I think so. Let's see. Is it the Slice household? No one's home. What a shame. We'll go there anyway. I don't think oops, hello. Load screen. I was going to say, I don't think Banana Bunch even has a PC yet because, as I said before, I have really neglected their house. It's like the first one I made, and it's barely got anything in it. So, given that Banana Bunch is the person I'm going to be playing on Tuesday, I need to work with that. I mean, I need to work on that. Rectify that?
Yeah.
Aha. Yes. Up we go. Oh. It said no one was home, but she's right here. Career. Find odd jobs. Yeah, legitimately. I can go around to her place and use her PC.
Yeah.
Instead.
That's something at least. I know low battery. Stop complaining. Authority. So far this Sims life has just been suffering.
Yeah. No, such is the life of a comedian. There you go. He's got lawn maintenance. That's pretty much the only thing he's qualified for.
I mean,
well, he's here, he can use her shower, I guess. Oh. Yeah. You should have showered faster than that, shouldn't you, friend? Your odd job started already. Yeah, let's go. Zoom. Do your lawn maintenance, friend.
Sounds like such an exciting job.
Don't do your lawn maintenance, friend. There's like punctuation in there.
Promise.
Yeah. Poor man. I do feel sorry for him, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, this is awful. He got 69 simoleons.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, but also not nice enough. Poor boy has 3,660.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I think I could buy him an easel and have him paint. That's what I normally do when I'm playing, like, I guess, what would I call them? Hardship runs? Maybe. Like, when you don't... Essentially, like, I start off with very little.
Yeah.
Spend what I have on the house. And then,
yeah.
Essentially start from nothing without using the money cheat.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, normally what I do is I buy an easel and I have them paint their way out of poverty. Because that totally happens in real life,
I was gonna say, least realistic thing ever.
Right? You basically just have them 24/7 painting when they're not sleeping or eating.
Yeah.
Or peeing. And then, you know, that gets them out of the poverty hole. But no, I really don't like that when it comes to...
No.
This particular run.
No. It's kind of a clever tactic, though.
Eh.
I should remember it.
Should you? What, just paint 24/7?
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder if I can sell the gnomes.
Yeah, I did ask you.
Yeah, no, and I can sell the gnomes, but I wonder if they, you know... Oh, 220, 210, and 220.
Who needs a job anyway where you can just...
Sell gnomes that appear magically every Thanksgiving? Yeah. Okay, he has almost enough to pay his bills now. I think he may just need to 455. Well, that's 4310 plus 270.
I can't do read out numbers, so...
No, same. Sorry. What's 55 minus 31? 55 minus 31. That's...
No, again, I can't
20...
do read out numbers.
Shush! I was talking to myself.
Oh.
God, it's annoying. My brain's not working. See, this is why I was terrible at being in a shop. Because I know it's really simple. Like, so simple. You just take one number away from the other, and, like, you can kind of take the 1 off 31, and, you know, or you can, like, already take it from the... You know? Like, I know that there are ways of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But will my brain remember which things are appropriate?
Mm-hmm.
No, it will not. It's just the worst. Anyway. Funny introduction. He's doing fine. He's doing fine. Might as well enthuse about... Yeah, tell some knock-knock jokes. We'll improve your comedy skill while we're poor. Okay. This guy's just kicked over your trash can. What a wanker. Just go and insult him. Why not?
Oh.
What? This guy just kicked over his trash can. Insult him. Okay, now he has to throw his trash. No, he's not even throwing his trash away. He's dumping it in a different place on the lot. Okay.
Okay, well, are you dealing with this? Because we're reaching the end of our streaming time.
No, are we? Oh no, what a shame. This poor boy is going to have to live in poverty for the rest of his life now, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's not okay. But yeah.
What is on the menu for next week?
Banana bunch to start with on Tuesday. And then I will have
We're gonna go to space.
I'll have to have a looky in my little bookie wookie. Peach Melba, who I think I also need to finish her apartment place thing. So I'm going to be a busy little bee before next week. Yeah. And then after that, we have papaya yogurt and then lychee bubble tea.
Oh, yes.
And then we're right back again to the Juice siblings at the beginning, where we started. It'll be nice to revisit them and see how their lives have gone on while we've been...
Yeah.
Cool. And you? What's on the menu for you next week?
For me, it's gonna be... I don't actually know yet.
Oh?
I may actually be designing pins again.
Ooh.
I know my manufacturer's on holiday, but ha.
You can still design pins, you just can't make them.
No, so...
I mean, sorry, it's on a scheduled break.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, indeed, like you said, it's a scheduled break. So yeah, I may just be doing that, but we'll see. And on coming Saturday, I'll just be playing Final Fantasy. Jesus.
Wait a second. Yeah, that's cool. I was gonna ask you if you were planning. I mean, thought you were gonna have time to play Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, it's kind of almost a case of like I'll make some time, like.
Well, okay, yeah, fine, but I know like before you weren't sure.
No. It also has a lot to do with like me like realizing that I don't really take breaks. I have this thing where I'm constantly working. Like I've been saying. So,
this is true. You do.
Playing some Final Fantasy 10 rather than just 14. I've been playing 14 actually. I'm not kidding.
You've been playing 14 like the other day. You played 14 for quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which
quite
is
a bit. It's generally a couple of hours.
Yes, fine. I mean, every time I looked over from my choco cubes, you looked like you were. That's okay. It's not a problem. I wasn't being like, oh my god, you don't. God,
you're making you sound like a player for so long.
I was sewing, and every time I looked up, you were playing. I mean, I played Final Fantasy 14 for like a little bit earlier on this morning.
Yeah.
I did some farming, you know, like harvesting in the diadem.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did some crafting, and I learned that I'm still not high enough level to strong arm collectible items for the Ishgardian restoration, because my gear is terrible and I am a bad crafter.
Yeah, it's primarily your gear though, like...
I mean, I'll blame the gear.
Mm-hmm. But you should.
Ham and cheese sandwich. It seems like a perfectly normal and great and not at all terrible thing to eat when your fridge doesn't work. Ham and cheese. I'm sure that ham will be just fine.
Just pretend he's like your dad. He'll be fine. He can eat like rotting, like...
Yeah. Oh boy. Melon has failed to pay his bills for too long. The utilities company has sent a professional to repossess his valuable items in payment.
Dude, what?
I know, right?
Didn't he just pay, like...
No. He was literally about to be able to pay after this one. They steal his cooker. Wow. Bitch. Just taking his cooker. Yeah, no, he literally would have been able to pay his bills today.
That's kind of...
I know, right? Like, after his work after work today, he would have been okay. Because he should have been able to... I mean, he should have got about 2... Yeah, anyway. Well, this is truly upsetting. I feel bad for him. Oh, it's classic Sims repossession, though, with the laser beam.
Holy crap, what? Is that how they...
Yeah, it's like a pretty classic Sims thing. They, like, zap it out of existence. And they take the bill thing.
Dang.
Melon's possessions have been repossessed and are no longer his anymore. This has somewhat helped him dig his way out of debt. However, if he still owes more money, he better pay it, or else he could expect more visits from the friendly neighborhood repo person. I feel awful for the poor boy.
Same.
But hey, at least he can now pay his bills. And buy a new cooker, I guess.
Yeah.
Poor lad. So bad.
It's okay, he still has a microwave, right?
Well, I guess you might as well introduce... Yeah, he still has a microwave. He wasn't using it anyway because the power is off. Might as well introduce yourself.
Wow, it's just hanging around now. Like...
Yeah, she didn't leave. I guess joke about fashion. Now he reached level 6 of the comedy skill. Brilliant. There you go. See, his life's looking up already. I mean, I know... Oh, what? Seriously? She's stealing his bed too? he just paid his bills. Bitch.
Oh no, this is tragic.
Bitch. Okay, well, at least she seems to be done now. Wow.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Oh.
There we go. Well, I guess no, he really can't afford another bed. Okay, I guess. What did his old one have? I think it was this one? Wow. She repossessed a lot, given... I guess it wasn't worth as much anymore, huh? What is it? And it was Energy 6, Stress Relief 4, Discomfort Relief 4. Well, we don't got nothing that's really on par with that. Except stuff he can't afford. Shame. And I feel bad. Okay, well you can have this one. Does it come in melon colour? That's primarily the issue I had with the other one. There we go. You might as well have this one. There you go. Nice single bed for your lad pad.
That looks like a bloody hotel room now.
It does. There we go. It's fine.
Oh no, this is so sad.
I feel terrible for him. I forgot. I say forgot. I thought I had more time than that. Where are we? Which cooker did she take? This bad boy. Okay, so the 2 items that she took were like about 5,000, 6,000 in total.
Yeah.
And the bills were like 4,500.
Yeah.
So I guess they depreciated pretty fast, given that she nicked... Anyway, whatever. Okay, so Look, it comes in green. Isn't that nice? It totally matches your kitchen. Just don't tell your friends. We'll buy him a new one soon when he gets rich and famous. Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's gone straight on to play video games. I was hoping he needed one more day. One more day. Poor boy. I feel awful for him. I really do. At least he didn't take his TV. It would have been tragic, right?
Or his bar stools.
Or his bar stools, or his stereo. At least his power's back on. He can clean his toilet. Flush.
Imagine if they took the toilet.
Imagine. Please flush the toilet. Please. Oh, I feel awful for him now. It's not funny. It's so sad.
The bed was just a bit much, honestly.
Yeah, no, like, take his cooker as one thing, but really take his bed.
It's just
uncool.
At least you didn't
He's
take
gone
his
on to
computer.
troll forums, so...
Okay, well, on that note...
Sympathy is gone.
We shall finish the stream.
Yeah.
This ladies, gentlemen...
Ladies and blokes and non-binary
Thank
folks?
you.
Is that what you were going for?
Thank you. I couldn't think of what I was trying to say anymore. But that one.
That one. So we
It's
start
how trolls are
as
born.
we end as we began.
Yeah.
He's trolling to forums.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
thank you for dropping by.
Yes, thank you for dropping by if you're live on stream with us. And thank you for getting to the end of the VoD, if you have, in fact, got to the end of the VoD.
Yep. We'll be back on Saturday.
We'll be back on Saturday with some more Final Fantasy X fun times.
Yeah, 3 GMT.
Yes.
3 PM.
PM GMT.
I am not getting up there. And we'll be back with Art Stream.
Yep, back with
next
Art and Sims
Tuesday.
4 next Tuesday at 7:30 PM GMT.
That's the one.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Yup.
So, we'll see you around. Oh, your Kieran's looking beautiful. I hadn't actually noticed it until I went onto OBS. Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Big up
Thank
the
you.
adoptable. Ooh.
Alright.
Alright,
Alright. Off we pop.
off we pop. Thanks
Take
for coming.
care and
Take care.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.